Hello and welcome. This is Grant Hughes of Grant Hughes Investigates on YouTube. This channel evaluates all aspects of true crime. As you are aware, videos and live streams in this genre often discuss elements of crime that may be disturbing to some viewers. If necessary, take the precautions needed to avoid these feelings. Factual information related to cases is the key to fostering rational true crime discussions. Fortunately, you will find that here. Please hit the like button only once, share the video, and subscribe if you like my content. Thank you very much for watching. Oh, whoa, almost didn't even get that going there. Hey, how's it going? Holly, haven't seen you in a while. Lola, Esther M, Cindy Lewis, MM, Clar, Kathy Swan, Justan Oki, remember that? Brittany, Plato, Ivan Victor, Lady of Cali, Cindy Lewis, Annabella Rowland, Maggie Lola, well, I spent the entire day, I'm trying to put together these, like the slides to do my video in the Stephen Stern's, it's pretty interesting actually when you go over just the, his timeline, his information and all the different elements of in the morning, you know, when he leaves and where he's going and everything. Hey, thanks Raw Time. And yes, you too can help support the channel tonight like Raw Time. I had a not a great night yesterday, so if you're able to help to support it, that'd be great. Can't have 2 nights in a row like that, can we? Hey, thanks Maggie M. Yeah, he's just sitting there. Probably wondering where Chloe is. She's always outside running around. He doesn't like the, the little mosquito zappers? He's not a big fan of those. Hey, thanks so much, Jeannie Gayagoy. Did I say it right? Yeah, I haven't seen some people. Like earlier I saw, I don't know. People just watch other things, I guess, at some point. I always want to keep all the same freaks. We're all just watching and kicking ass. I mean, we have another DNA case that we picked up. Sort of it's an interesting one. It's I mean, just in general terms, it's a torso. Okay, from a long time ago, but that's it. That's all I can say until we get it all squared away, I guess. Maybe it'll be a serial killer victim, who knows. Yeah, well, that problem is, Alifair M, whenever I cover those, the channel collapses. I like to cover those, but whenever I do, people are like, yeah, and then they go watch something else. So you kind of have to slip it in the middle, like you're working on a case right in the middle. You go, hey, by the way, everybody, take a look at this. Maybe that's a good way to do those, And thanks up there to Brittany. All right. Well, better start than yesterday for sure. I feel weird with my yellow shirt on. It doesn't have my normal color. But hey, maybe I look good in the pastels, right? It does have the I guess it's over here. A little polo guy on it. Oh yeah? Okay. Yeah, I think it would be good if it was a better shirt. I wasn't really coming here to, you know, be on the screen the whole time. I actually have a whole thing worked out. Well, thanks, Holly G. But I'm trying to figure out how to get things back. I mean, I know the economy sucks, but I'm trying to figure out how to get back to somewhat of a normal flow. But it's going to be, I think you guys will find this interesting. Thanks, Jessica Bly. Because you look great in the yellow shirt. Well, that was nice to say. That was nice. Hey, do you, you look sort of familiar. Like, was there a picture like from a long time ago that you guys, like, you had like you bought some merch or something and sent it in? I don't know. We have all these little slideshows. I just don't remember. Let's see. Yeah, he gets all the views though. I get very few. I mean, he can do a show on what's Stephen Stern's last name, how it's spelled, and he get 3,000 people watching. Hey, thanks. Thanks for the 5 months there, Sirius Black, and then WNC Granny, and thanks for the comment on the yellow shirt. And look at that, Holly G, 17 months. Yeah. She said, "You're awesome, Gray." I mean, doesn't that suck? I mean, it just shows you having name recognition right out of the gate gives you like so many more viewers, you know, thousands. But, you know, we still plug along. You know, try to get our 250, you know, sometimes we'll have 700 or something if we're doing a more popular case, but it's just usually, you know, 300 to 500 or something. I think Micah Miller's case is an absolute waste of time for anybody following true crime at this point. Micah Miller's case was solved a long time ago, and while JP is a pile of crap and probably deserves to be, you know, sued or something regarding his behavior, there is no conspiracy, there is no AI fake stuff going on there. She actually did what they said she did. All right. So that's what I think of that case. I mean, we still get like 80 people a day signing up to get into the Micah Miller Facebook group. I'm just thinking, what in the hell are you guys doing? You know, you're still following that thing? What do you mean? Yeah, I covered it the whole time until it was solved. Yeah, so. Hey, look at that. It's Carolina T. I am what? Yeah, I'll actually make posts in my own Facebook group about the case and say, are you guys actually still believe there's something going on? And they're like, yeah, man, I can't believe you don't, Gray. And it's just like, what? Yeah, what are you talking about? Thank you, Wendy Van Rokel. No, there's no reason. There's nothing going on in that case, Carolina T. She did do it to herself. There's no conspiracy. There's nothing. Nobody else did it. So if there's other reasons, like you're interested to get payback for him being who he was, then that's fine, you know. But if you're actually literally thinking that he had something to do with, like, being out there and did something to her, you're absolutely wasting your time. Yeah. Just letting you know. Hey, thanks, Alley Cake. But, you know, I can see people wanting to follow it just to see. It's kind of a drama kind of, oh, look at JP's doing now, everybody. Oh, look what they undug about an email he sent 3 years ago. What a bastard. You know, I can understand that angle of it. But there won't be anything being, like, they won't be changing what happened. You know, she did go to the pawn shop. She did buy a gun. She did drive on her own out in the area. She did call 911, and she did it. And that's not an opinion, it's fact. That's literally what happened. It's not like, well, Gray, that's just your opinion. We all have ours. We're going to keep working on this, and we'll find something someday. No, you will not. There will not be any other thing found out. I understand people wanting to go after, if you want to keep following because JP's a pile of crap, that you know, that's cool. Maybe some sort of civil action. Thanks, Alley Cake. And look at that, Claudia Dubauer, 54 months. Hope that doesn't bother you, though. Carolina T. I just hope you're not, I hope you don't believe that something else happened. Okay? Because if you do, you'll be absolutely wasting your time on a daily basis. Yeah, it's not. That whole AI crap, while it's weird, it can imitate voices and stuff. These people think that they actually used AI to replace her in the store, and then the police somehow got the... I mean, give me a break. Give me a break. That's not real. It's complete garbage. Hey, thanks, Claudia Dubauer. Yeah, he's just one of those types, you know. Hey, Zozo, 52 months. Look at that. What was Claudia up there? Oh, just 2 months after Claudia Dubauer. But that doesn't mean you weren't here before that. You just maybe didn't do your membership at the first second. And Megazoid, too. Thank you. Hey, Spud Smith. Finally caught alive. You're one of the only intelligent YouTubers out there, Gray. Keep up the good work. Well, apparently not, because I don't think Micah Miller has a conspiracy to kill her, so it makes me dumb. Yeah, I think it all just makes sense. I don't wonder about anything in the Micah Miller case. There's the water level rose, it dropped. It just is what it is, you know. She's the one that called police and said exactly what she was going to do, and therefore everything else just lines up the way it is. Oh man, see, that's what I'm saying. People want there to be something. Yeah, he might be a criminal of other type, but he has nothing to do with her death, other than him making her feel like wanting to do that, right? I mean, he has nothing to do with the death of her that day, other than maybe he made her feel like that. I mean, we see that, but that's where I kind of jump ship, you know, because she chose to do what she did, and he's just a pile of crap, and he has a bunch of, you know, fraud stuff likely going on too with the church and the money and whatever. Kimi said, keep it going, you guys. That'd be pretty sweet. And there is raw time now. Again, thank you. Anyways, I'm going to get to this thing here in a minute. It's pretty interesting. I'll show you the folder it's in. It's crazy. It's like a... Maybe I'll try to do the one where I'm... And it's just like... You have to change it on each screen, I guess. What do you think he's a criminal in, Carolina T? Hey, welcome, Spud Smith. So look at all that. Look at this. These are all the different slides. So I'm going to make a video, maybe even tonight after the show, and then post it like at 9 or 10 in the morning. I just want to work through, make sure I don't have any, that I'm not missing something, or if I think it's something, I can add it in. Rachel Townsend, 28 months. Cool. You still there, Carolina too? I wanted to see what you thought the criminal elements were. Probably might be on the same page there. It's just, I don't know what to do to follow it anymore. Follow it, jeez. Yeah, all those things are, you know, there's stuff to do. It's just, you know. So that's what kind of sucks is like, I cover cases and I try to do it the right way, and then you got these people that, you know, they just want to keep, they want to keep doing it, and it just keeps going and going. Like, people are still watching live stream after live stream about Sebastian Rogers and Seth, and it's just, I mean, I know this is sort of, to some people this is like that, but for me it isn't, because this 896 pages of documents, there's all these things that you go through and you go, oh wow, check this out. And that's just what I was doing today. But I think it's totally different. Like this to me is still new stuff where you're just still the drama with Sebastian, and it's just, come on, you guys. So what sucks is I actually have some of the freaks who go still watch that stuff and they're not here, and it makes it just kind of sucks. But anyways, I need your guys' support tonight. We did make it. We're all the way at a third of the show. Look at that, and then Alley Kick jumped in there. Thank you so much. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna just go through this. I'm gonna see what it looks like on the screen so that I can. Yeah, that kind of fits there, I guess. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep my face on the screen. Maybe I can do, let's say, the middle monitor. And then if I get my, see, gray in the upper left. What's the name of that? Okay. Ah, that didn't seem to work. Hold on. Okay, how come it doesn't let me copy that? Alright, let me have to do it a different way, I guess. I'm just going to try to make a little mini me in the corner. Alright, let me try this one maybe. Can I do that? There it is. Copy. How about that, huh? Tiny mini me over here. Okay. All right, here we go. Who's innocent? Chaos. Now you didn't get a notice. Anyways, thanks up there to Alley Kick. One more to help Gray. Miss everyone's just listening. Well, thank you. Become a channel member and help make a difference. Helps with the charity donations and help. Yeah, I donate like a massive portion of my income each month. For those who aren't aware, but 33% I think of the entire gross income. That's before I even get taxed. All right, here we go. So we'll just start off with this right here. A woman identified herself as Jennifer's roommate. She and her 15-year-old son have a room in the home. A roommate last saw Maddie on the afternoon of Sunday, February 25th at approximately 12:30 p.m. The roommate did not see Maddie return to the home because she was already in bed at 8:45. Further, roommate did not see Maddie leaving the home, as she always leaves the home by at the latest 7:45. So that doesn't mean she leaves right at 7:45. And then Stefan also stated he and Maddie woke up at approximately 7 a.m. and left the home by 7:45 too. However, the roommate stated she did not see them in the morning, and she was also awake and leaving the home at 7:45. So she didn't see them yet. And when she says the home by 7:45, so did Stefan Stearns get out of the house before this roommate got up and about, walking about? I mean, that's what we have to kind of wonder about. I mean, it's something Zozo was wondering about. And, what does that mean? Does that mean that he left the house before the roommate left, but she was out in the, going to the kitchen and things, she just has a room in the apartment. So he must have had everything out of that house before that time. I would guess a lot earlier in the morning, he put Madeline in the vehicle to avoid this exact thing here. I don't know. It's interesting to think about. Man, look at this. So I've been calculating stuff out. So here it is. From the house itself to the dumpster, it's 2 minutes. So at 7:33 a.m., he must leave the home, and he gets to the dumpster at 7:35 with Madeline visibly propped up at the dumpster. Or at least she's in the car at that time. And here it is. On February 26, 2024 at 7:35 hours, video that captured the trash compactor on the property show a male determined to be Stefan Stearns wearing a red t-shirt and dark color hat worn backwards. Arrived in a silver Lincoln sedan, Stearns threw a white trash bag filled with items inside the trash compactor before pulling away. A female believed to be Maddie is visible in the front passenger seat. So this is at 7:35. Her head is visible, tilted on her left shoulder, and her mouth was open. She was belted into the seat. And then I kind of just adding different parts of this whole all these documents and putting them together to help explain various things. So then it says, the crime scene investigators located a white trash bag that contained a black backpack. So that white trash bag that he threw in contained a black backpack. God, say black backpack twice, three times fast. There you go. Black backpack, black. Forget it. Hey, but don't let me reading you guys keep you from helping support the channel, because we got to do better than last night. All right, this is the crime scene investigators located a white trash bag that contained a black backpack with what appeared to be purple Hawaiian print and a white crock inside the backpack. CSI located an Orange County Public School computer with Madeline's name on it. Based on this, it was determined the backpack and its contents belonged to Maddie. Additional video collected from near the rental office which captured the roundabout, showed the female believed to be Maddie in the same position as the previous video, and I guess that one is at 7:36. So I'm not sure what they're saying there. Additional video collected from near the rental office, which captured the roundabout. Okay, this is just showing that at 7:36 she's seen in the vehicle. So it's either at the roundabout, but here it sounds like they see her at the trash compactor at 7:35, and then at 7:36 at the roundabout, they see her still propped up in the car. And what that is right here. So here is down at the bottom here, this is where the trash compactor is, right there. And the driving time is 2 minutes to get to here. So 7:35, 7:36, 7:37. I mean, it's not exactly 2 minutes. They give you these times in here where you're going to drive 5 miles an hour in the parking lot, and nobody does that. So, around 7:36 goes through this roundabout right here. And then the whole sequence looks like this. And at 7:36, it goes through the roundabout, but then it leaves later. So what's going on here is it turns around right here, goes to the roundabout, and then I think goes back to the apartment and would get to the apartment at 7:39 based on the time. It could be 7:38. And remember, it left at 7:33. So it dumps the white bag, comes around, goes like this, then back to the apartment. Detective Acosta and I received the surveillance showing both the front and rear entrance of the complex, which exited onto Dyer Boulevard. In the surveillance footage, I observed a male wearing a red shirt leaving the complex in a 2010 silver Lincoln MKZ through the rear gate at 7:50 hours, with a female wearing a green sweater in the front seat. This person appeared to be sitting upright with her head slumped over her left side. Right, so see that 7:33 right there? Then from here, obviously leaves the complex. So then we go here, left the home at around 7:48. So if you go back to here, that means they are at home from 7:39 to about 7:48, in my opinion, because then from there, it takes 2 minutes to get out and then seen on camera leaving. So what was he doing in that time frame? I mean, he has her in the vehicle, and this is the time frame where the roommate could have easily walked outside the house and seen. So he must have been sure that she had already left at that point. So I think that's interesting, all right? So then he leaves at 7:50 out the back gate. And then look at this. This is just showing he left at 7:50, so he's 8 minutes away. That's miles away at that point, 3 or 4 miles away. And his cell phone is still sitting at home because it proves that he just left it there, and he admits to that. Right, and then at 8:10, the vehicle is actually coming back. So after leaving at 7:50, it drove up past. They don't seem to have any footage of it for some reason. And then it's heading back at 8:10. And that location is right here at the intersection of, if I go back, well, it's actually just GPS coordinates. So it's very close to this intersection, and that's 8:10. And then there'll be another shot here in a second. 8:11 is at John Young Parkway and Thacker Avenue, and that's right here. So just 8:10, 8:11, heading this direction south. Yeah, we know chaos. Okay, whatever it is. If I spelled it wrong, I spelled it wrong. Can you get rid of chaos here? He's not trying to be helpful at all. You don't get rid of him. But every comment you make is just some sort of backhanded. You're looking for stuff, right? Yeah, you're not trying to be a helpful person. Yeah, so that should be GATE, sure, okay. Maybe I'll, well, see, the thing is, I want to keep going, though. I'll fix all that shit at the end. Hey, thanks, Esther M. I mean, if you go back up and read their comments, they're never, like, trying to be helpful. You know, they're just being a troll. But if you look their account up, it would be created yesterday. Yeah, so let's see. This is 8:10. Remember, I just said a second ago, heading south. There it is, the first picture. Then 8:11 heading south again, which is right there, but I'm just showing you it's heading in that direction. Then 8:11, and the driving time from that exact spot, see right up here where I'm circling, from right there down to the house is 8 minutes, which makes it 8:19, which is exactly the time, if you look at this, observed at 8:19 hours, I observed a male wearing a red shirt enter the complex through the front gate near North Hoagland Boulevard in the silver Lincoln with someone in the front passenger car in the passenger seat wearing a green sweater and once again slumped over. At 8:31 hours, the male wearing a red shirt left the complex in the silver Lincoln MKZ through the rear gate with a female in the front passenger completely slumped over. So I think that's where when I'm going to, I think I'm going to go edit some of this now. So let's see, which one is that? I'm just going to have to open it up, I guess. Hey, thanks, Holly G. And WNC Granny gifted a membership. Is it this one? Yeah. No. Hey, thank you so much, Cheryl Bullock. So we were at 8:11, 8:11, 8:11. Okay. No, that's not the one. I'm not trying to figure out where this one is. What's the name of this file here? It's called 4C Returning. Yeah. It doesn't look like that. That's 4C returning at 8:19. That's definitely not it. That's crazy. That doesn't look like that at all. Wow, how's that even possible right there? That's weird. Hey, thanks, Zozo. I don't know, I'm trying to get these errors fixed over here. I think he did it while he was driving around. That's what I'm trying to work through. I was looking at the timing when he had the red shirt on and then the dark shirt on. And that's what I'm just trying to work through on these. So let me just fix whatever this is here. Now, there we go. For some reason, it works now. Yeah, I don't need any of this on here. Okay. Okay, let me go fix the gate thing now. And now that the whole show is paused. Is it this one? Yeah. So I'm not really sure. Let me see if I can paint on here with some red. Well, maybe I could just try to do it right over the top of it. Okay, there we go. 7:50 a.m. back gate. There you go. You can barely tell. You can barely tell. Is it this one? Yeah. Okay, so there we go. We're at that part, and now we're going to switch back out to what the hell we were doing before. Somehow. Yeah, that same troll guy said that he's innocent. All right. So anyway, 7:50 a.m. goes out the back gate. Cell phone's still at home. He's already left the complex 8 minutes ago. So his cell phone's still at home. Proves that he left it there, even though he's already admitted doing that. And at 8:10, the vehicle is right there. And here's a visual representation of where it is. And then also, it's heading south back towards the apartment at this point. So we don't know where he was prior to that. And then 8:11, just a little bit more south, right here in the intersection. I think oftentimes people are waiting in these long lines of cars right here. And then here's 8:11. It's heading south. And then it takes 8 minutes, and that would put you at 8:11. You would get back at the apartment at 8:19. Then at 8:19 hours, I observed a male wearing a red shirt enter the complex through the front gate near North Hoagland Boulevard in the silver Lincoln with someone in the front passenger seat wearing a green sweater and once again slumped over. Hey, thank you to ASB412. Thanks for the great content. But hey, we'll get to that spot up there, Zozo, a little bit later. Because I noticed that there was a time when he switched from the blue to, or dark to red. And then here's the, at 8:19, so is that going to make sense? Let's see. At 8:19, I observed the male wearing the red shirt. So he's wearing a red shirt, enter the complex through the front gate near North Hoagland Boulevard in the silver Lincoln with someone in the front passenger seat wearing a green sweater and once again slumped over. All right, then he comes in, here's the front gate, goes around the roundabout, then around, and then to the apartment complex, the apartment, right back there. He's already in the apartment complex. Hey, thanks, Kelsey. Appreciate it. I mean, it's kind of neat having the 3D pictures like that. And then here we go. This is when he comes into the complex. This is the amount of time. It takes 3 minutes, but let's just say 2. You know, people don't drive 5 miles an hour, you know. So 2 minutes. So it's 8:19 plus 2 or 3, so 8:21. 8:22 makes it to the actual house. And interestingly, they actually have they show Jen's phone at the house on at 8:22 because she's still sitting there. She hasn't gone to her, but she's, you know,
either her phone's just on or she's awake. So this is 8:22 and he's home, right? Remember he went in and helped out with the leash or whatever. But he's not home very long. You know, that's the whole thing, is I don't know how much time he's going to have. So he gets home to the actual apartment about 8:22. Right there. I should probably put something on that as like a label or something, but then he leaves the apartment. I think this is out of order right here, right? Apartment again at 7:29. I think this is meant to be 8:29. So good. See, this is what I'm doing here. I'm trying to go through and edit, but from here to there, it takes 2 minutes. Right? So he would have to leave at 8:29. So just forget the 7:29 for now. I got to go fix that too. And so he'd be at the apartment. Maybe I should put right here another label on there, something like so 8:22. He's at the apartment. That's when he gets there. So he's only at the apartment for 7 minutes, you guys, with her body sitting in the car, and somehow he's got to do something with a leash. I mean, what was he doing back at the apartment again? This is the second time he's gone back to the apartment in a really short amount of time. This is number 6A. So let me go back to the apartment here. Maybe turn these off. I'll make a new one here. So this is the purpose I'm making this, is to get rid of all the errors and everything in it and show you guys first what I'm doing. I'm going to make a video where it's all condensed down in a short form, but I think it's going to be really valuable. So I think this would be a good place to put, like this is the trash compactor right over here. So maybe do another screenshot of this. And then say, Stearns at apartment, just from, let's see, 8:22, or was that 8:20? Yeah, it's 8:22 to 8:29 to 8:29. Really short amount of time. And I'll save this back over the top of that other one that we already made. So it's 6. Right there. Alright. Then we got to fix the next one after that. I'll just make a bigger bubble or something. Let's see. So there's that one, and then there was something that I had that said the wrong, like 7, so 6. Yeah, the very next one, I think. Yeah, so this one needs to be completely fixed. That's going to be a tough one to mimic. Let's see. Use apartment again at 7:29 and exits back gated. That should be 8:29. Use apartment again at 8:29 and exits back gated. Okay. Let's see. Leaves apartment again at 8:29 a.m. and leaves complex through through back gate at 8:31 a.m. All right, that seems about right. Okay, that looks pretty good. Oh man. This is 6B, right? Right there. Sorry guys, but that's kind of what we're doing on this right here. I mean, I spent the whole day trying to get it together, but I haven't been able to go through, and I got to fix AM now. Jeez, idiot. Ah, shit. 6B, there you go. All right, I'll just go back a little bit, open this one up. Stearns at apartment from 8:22 to 8:29. Stearns leaves apart. I didn't put the T in there. God, you fool. Jesus. God. Man, I type so fast, I just don't really catch anything. I know how to spell apartment. It's not apartment. Okay. But hey, you guys, help support the channel tonight. Let's get there. We can do it. I know it. I know you guys. If nothing else, I can buy a better typing manual. Thanks, Katcha T. All right. So Stearns is at the apartment. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? I thought I fixed all these ones. I'm missing a T on that one too. God. See how when it happens when that's how I do my thumbnails sometimes. I'm just typing so fast that I think, oh yeah, I got it right. And I don't even check. It's ridiculous. There we go. Apartment and apartment. Yeah. Okay. Ding, 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 ding. Stearns at apartment from 8:22 a.m. to 8:29 a.m. Stearns leaves apartment again at 8:29 a.m. and leaves complex through back gate at 8:31 a.m. At 8:31 hours, the male wearing a red shirt left the complex in the silver Lincoln MKZ through the rear gate with a female and the front passenger completely slumped over to the left. Wonder if he didn't want her to be visible to people standing up and didn't realize a camera would look down low like that. Yeah, look, Katcha T was trying to get people involved in a wave. She's even like, wave anyone? Gee, you know. All right, then we have at 7:31 to 7:39. That's out from right here, from leaving the apartment complex. Why do I have 7:30 in here again? Is it 7:31? I hope this one isn't out of place. I don't know. Maybe my mind got trapped on that. Let me see if let me go look at some of these other ones really fast. Yeah, it should be 8:39. Yeah, so I have all kinds of like these shots. It's going to be cool. But got to fix these ones. Here, this is using Google Maps, so I'm going to have to do that same technique again. 7:31 a.m. to 7:39 a.m., 7 to 8 minute drive to Osceola and Thacker. And so it's exactly really close to the time frame. So it works too. I think he drove this back way, and that's the same way that Jen comes in here. Instead of going down John Young, there's this road right here that goes right through the back to the front gate. Instead of driving south and then down and then up. Katja T had to do her own wave. Man, it's not good. But thank you. 6A. No, that's not what I was trying to do. We're looking at, is it this one? Yeah. All right. Oh wait, no, jeez. 8:31 a.m. to 8:39 a.m. 7 to 8 minutes drive. Osceola and Thacker. Anything missing? I don't think so. And there we go. Hey, thanks, Holly G. Oh, and trying for another wave. All right. 7B, that's what this is saving as. So 7B, which is right there. It's weird my label's even correct, but not the time on the screen. Man, that's wild. Crazy Looney Tunes stuff there. Okay, so after leaving the complex, they went out the front gate at 8:31, and then driving time to where his vehicle is first spotted again is 8 minutes, and that would put him there at 8:39. So you look at this and look at that, 8:39, he's exactly right there. So that driving route that I just gave you works pretty good. And then he comes down, and this is what he's doing. He's actually, I think it said, let me read what that said again before we get to here, make sure. So it says eastbound on Osceola Parkway and Thacker. So that's exactly right. So eastbound, and then he goes underneath right there and then turns and goes forward. And here's a little ramp that you take after you turn and go up. And then at 8:41, it's at northbound on John Young Parkway and Thacker. And here it is right there. So he's right at this intersection, 8:41, going northbound. Thanks, raw time now. Yeah, let me see where that is. 8:41 right there. Yeah, so he goes right here. I think this is Thacker right here. Isn't that right? Hold on, let me turn on the roads. I might have to adjust something on here. That's Thacker right there. So then they just, let me see what that said here. Might have to make a change here really quick. And this said, yeah, 8:39 at Osceola Parkway and Thacker. Okay, so I'm gonna have to. Huh? Do those things? Let's see. So this is Osceola Park. So it should be back here, actually. Alright. So it's going to be more like... Now I have to get everything exactly correct, or as close as I can. You know, I don't want to do a video where it's kind of, well, it was close, you know, and forget it. We don't do that. Let's see. So this is number, what the hell's the name of this one? 8B839. Okay. So I'm going to have to go and take a picture of this, maybe like right there. And maybe add that in over on the right. And then do a whole, no, because he's going to be going like this. That's what the car is going to be doing. And that, again, that was 8B839. Are you guys okay with this? I mean, I know there's some pausing going on, but... There we go. Alright, so that is where 8B is right here. Maybe I could even... that looks stupid now. But 8B is right there. So from right here, then the car eventually goes like this, and then around. And now we bring that one back up again. And thank you up there to Raw Time Now, Play-Doh, not Play-Doh. And Holly G for getting on the, what do you call it? The wave. Right. And then it goes up. Well, see, that's, now I got to fix that one then. But now I think I might want to keep this though, because, you know, maybe that's just sort of a good thing to, yeah, I don't know, because it's really from here and then there. So this would be, it'd be kind of changed, like you would just be looking at it like this. Right at that spot, that's what I've been doing. So you're kind of like this. And yeah, I'm just kind of putting in little screenshots like that. So maybe I could leave that one in and make this one, I'll change that to 8C to 8D. And then yeah, and then it was 8BC. Yeah, so I don't know if maybe it doesn't make sense to keep that one in or not. Yeah. Darn it. All right, back to this. So here it comes. It's going to go around that corner. So maybe it is good to show it, right? Like it's going around that corner. Here it is, or then that other one should be. Ah, crap. So maybe that would be. Yeah, because that would be next. I guess so. You'd show it going up. Or I don't know. That's kind of confusing. I don't know. What do you guys think? It's hard to make that one in there. I should just get rid of the ramp shot. There's no point of that. I'm just showing where each of I'm taking a street view of where each of the sightings are. Not, you know, I'm not trying to be like, oh, here's a ramp coming up. So Hey, thank you, Sandy Shirley and Annabelle Aroma and let's see, Snatcheral. I don't know what that is. Did I say it right? All right, so that's this. That's what it looks like at that spot. Then at 8, shoot, what happened to 8:11? Where? What, oh wait, hold on. What's going on here? 8:31. Let's try it. 8:39. Then 8. That's the 8:39 shot, and that's where it looks like on Street View. Then 8:41. It's at John Young Parkway and Thacker, which is right there. It's heading that direction. Thank you, Katya T. Then the next one is that shot from the Street View heading north. Then 8:48, it's at John Young Parkway and Town Center Boulevard. And that's right there. This is actually what it looks like on north-south oriented. It's going like this. Just heading up north. Then 8:58, it's on Central Florida Parkway and John Young Parkway. And that's it coming this direction, and then it's going to turn left. You know, and here's the thing: is at some point I actually might do, you know, what I do in the Delphi case with the map and a 3D model moving around on the screen. I think that's the one that everybody will be able to go, oh, okay, you know, like that. It'll be really simple. So let's see, 8:59. See if that works out. That's way up here. Or 8:58, I mean. Yeah, see? So that's way up here at that point, and it's turning like that. But I think it'll be way better to be able to see it moving around on the screen with like a car moving around on a map. Don't you think? But I'm just showing you where he's going. So at 8:58, he's up here. And look what it looks like on a map. I mean, the apartment's way down south here. Not even sure where it is on. I must have turned it off, but I always got to leave the apartment one on. You don't turn that one off. Yeah, there you go. So that's where the apartment is. Makes its way up there, and then clear up into, let's see, 8:58. It's right now. It's right here, turning left. And this is where it gets kind of weird up in here. So here it is, turning left, going around that corner right there. And then at 9:01, it's at I-Drive and Central Florida Parkway. And that means it just came from the right, and then it's going to take a right here. So it came from over here from the east and it's going this direction, and then it's going to take a right here. And that's what it looks like from the ground. And this is where there's an aquatic park up here. And then I-Drive and Aquatica rear entry. So I think that's what this might be right here. There's an entry into the park. Maybe that's called the rear entry. Don't know. But given the timing, he can't be wandering around over here. And it says north on this road. So he's going right there, north past the aquatic park. And there he goes, just heading. That's the street view shot of the same location. And then it's I-Drive and C Harbor Drive, which is like just behind us is that first one, the rear entrance. Here's the aquatic park, and he spotted again right here, going that direction. And there's the street view from that. Then he's seen again at I-Drive and Southeast Harbor Drive heading south. So he does like a U-turn or something. It's crazy, right? Like right here, did he go through and do a U-turn maybe at this? I mean, maybe in Florida you can do a U-turn on one of these, but he's turning and he's like right here at 9:03, I think. What time did that say? Yeah, 9:03. He's already heading south there. Oh, there's a comment on the screen? Oh. Well, send it a super chat. I'll get rid of it. Okay. So anyways, it just did this whole thing. Went like this, and then up here, and then it did a U-turn really fast. There's no time wasted or anything. It's crazy. Here, I'll just go back a few slides so you can see it. So here's the rear entrance to the aquatic park. Then it goes north. And then it's at Sea Harbor Drive. And that's right here. It's going north here, apparently. But I think right here, or even that next little intersection, it does a U-turn. Because at 9:03, that's the same shot from Street View. Because at 9:03, it's actually heading southbound, represented by the SB up here, on the same exact spot 1 minute later. And so there he is, going this direction by the aquatic park. And that's the Street View shot from the same spot. And then he's at the rear entrance again, heading south. See, there he is. Boom. So 9:02, he was right there. And then he must have done a U-turn up here, and 9:04 he's driving back this direction. Isn't that weird shit right there? I mean, what's he doing? He's like just mindlessly driving around. And that's the Street View from that shot. No. The tripod was from downstairs, Hello Kitty. Yeah, you got that wrong. Sorry. They always say the same thing because they want it to mean something more. Right. Yeah. If you actually want to learn the facts of a case, you show up over here. If you want to learn the, what's cool and neat to pretend exists, yeah. That's where you go somewhere else. So anyways, this is 9:05. He's now at eastbound on Central Florida Parkway and I Drive. And there you go. So the aquatic park's just up to the right there. Comes down and boom, heads this way at 9:05. And then at that moment, his phone's still at home here, you guys. Look at it there. It's pinging at the home at 9:13. So 8 minutes later. Now, they don't have any record of where he was driving around during this time for some reason. But they do have him right here at 9:16 at Gateway Avenue and Orange Boulevard. So we're missing like 11 minutes of time here. And that's right here. Wherever the hell, let's see. And we also don't know what direction, but I'm guessing he's going south here. So right here is that area. So picture right there. He comes back around and the 9:05 does that turn. And then I think he probably drove up one of these side streets right here, just kind of doing whatever. I mean, it took him 11 minutes to get from here to there. That's not natural. So he pulled over somewhere or did something. But he makes it here, and then I have him going south on that road because, let's see. I think that this shows what it looks like from there. And then he's on Central Florida Parkway and JYP at 9:25. So now we're missing another 9 minutes of time. It's not filled in, but he's over here, so I'm assuming he went like this and then over to here. But we don't know what he was doing. Did he go into one of these parking areas here? I couldn't find a vape shop there or anything like that. I wonder if I should get rid of those little still shots of I almost feel like I should do this instead of showing what do you guys think? I mean, these showing these kind of things. I mean, these are useful, but you don't really get the overall kind of like where it is, you know. I mean, it's neat looking. What do you guys think? Shouldn't I just be using like Google Earth and moving around on some of this stuff? I mean, I guess I could do it like both, right? I could show this and say, okay, now that's right here. Now you like them? Yeah, I think they're kind of cool. Hey, thanks E.G. Moore. Thank you for all your time and effort. I challenge other watching to make my match my donation. Hey, well there you go. E.G. Moore. He's trying to get people to match. So maybe tonight could be one of those good ones where we make up for the other one. What do you mean you don't care? What do you mean? If you don't care, then, you know, I mean, why say anything? I mean, it's just... I mean, I don't know. I'm just sort of thinking, I wonder if people get the overall view of it. Yeah, so, you know, I'll just do kind of what I'm doing here. If I feel like I need to, you know, augment it with Google Earth or something, I'll throw it in there. So anyway, this is at 9:25. It starts heading up north here, and now we're getting towards the hotel or the office, whatever the hell you want to call it. But so that's what it looks like when you straighten out and go forward. And then at 9:35, he makes his way up to 2405 Commerce Park Drive. Now, he stays there. Look at that. 9:41, same place. He's there for 6 minutes. And where that is right here, this shipping area. See that? And here's the Holiday Inn vacation headquarters is right there. So he's over in this area, seen on camera, maybe right through there or something. But he's there for 6 minutes. Is this where he possibly could have actually killed Madeline if she was still alive? I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying that's what happened. I think most likely she's not alive. I mean, he's just doing so much driving around. I don't know how he could negotiate her being awake at any moment, at any time. Hey, thanks, Raw Time Now, and Katya T. Oh, and Judy Grandstrand. Hey, thank you, guys. Very cool, very cool. Katya T, Raw Time Now, and then E.G. Moore. Thanks, E.G. Moore. You started a little mini wave there, or a bigger wave, like a wave of... They were tidal waves. But you know what we haven't seen in a long time is one of those avocado dance, man. When was the last time? Let's see. There is... So isn't that interesting, though, that the car was sort of in this area for 6 minutes? And then watch this. Detective Jones responded to Holiday Inn Club Vacations located at 9271 South John Young Parkway, Orlando, Florida. While reviewing the surveillance, Detective Jones observed at approximately 9:40 hours. So, you know, this is just approximate, right? So we've got the 9:35 to 9:41 over there at the that other building, right? But it says the target vehicle, the silver gray Lincoln, turned on to the above business property from Emissary Avenue. So that was 9:40. Then proceeded to their parking garage. While in the parking garage, a male wearing a dark hat, red shirt, so he still got the red shirt on, and tan pants exited the vehicle and opened the trunk. The male then walked to the front passenger side of the vehicle, opened the door, and proceeded to carry that what appeared to be a limp body to the trunk of the vehicle. Yeah, and so let's just go to Google Earth on this one. So it's right here. And look where Emissary Avenue is right there. It's this one. So he was at this place, so probably not over here. So he was likely over in this area, and then came around like this, and then got on the Emissary, and then pulled into the Holiday Inn. Oh wait, you got the thing on the screen. Hold on. I do it every time. So right here is the 935 to 941. The vehicle's in this area. Probably comes out right here on Commerce Avenue, then Emissary, and then pulls in, and then it's at 940. He pulls in here and then makes his way up to the top floor in the parking garage. And there it is. That's the Holiday Inn. And right there, there's Emissary Avenue, 940. Comes in, right? And then makes his way. I don't know how he got into like this other business headquarters and gets up to their 4th floor or whatever the hell it was, the top floor, and backs into a parking spot. But it's like a Holiday Inn. It's not like a hotel. It's a headquarters. All right, and 944, he is now leaving the hotel. It's 9295 South John Young Parkway, Orlando, Florida. And that's right here. So he's heading out. And that puts you right there. See that last address? It's this building. So likely there's a camera here that films the car coming out this direction. And that was at 944. And remember, that's about when he left the apartment or the hotel garage. And that's what it looks like on that road right there. Inside, that's actually the Holiday Inn right here to the right on the screen. And at 949, he's at John Young Parkway and Central Florida Parkway. And that's right here. He's heading south. And that's what it looks like heading south. And then at 10:03, he's at John Young Parkway and Town Center Boulevard. And that's again, he was coming down like this, and now he's heading down south even more. 10:03. And that's the look of the street view there. And then at 10:05, he is in the same cell tower radius. Actually, it seems like it's a Wi-Fi area. His vehicle spotted on camera, but it's in the same Wi-Fi area as Jennifer, because now she's almost has her doctor appointment is about to begin. And I listened to the audio today again, and Stephen Stern said she was getting a blood draw, which is exactly what I was saying on the show the other day. That's why it was so short. When you have an appointment for something like that, they're pretty hard, man. You get right in there, 10:15, 10:15, 10:20, they call your name, they draw your blood, and you're out of there. So that's why it was short. I tried to explain that to people the other day, but they went, oh, great. You know how it goes. Anyways, 10:05 to 10:06 in that same circle right there. And this is the family medical office right there. Jen's blood draw starting soon right here. And I think we have it at 10:06 right here. 10:05 and 10:06 just stopped at this light. Okay, so they are close to each other, but they weren't like, hey, here's something, let me hand you something. Okay, it wasn't happening. And then this is the direction that he's heading back to his apartment, or Jen's apartment, and then Jen's doctor's office is right there. So this is the point of view from him. While he's driving, she's just right over here in this doctor's office. I mean, that's, mildly interesting there. And then from 10:16 to 10:44, Stephen Stearns is home at 10:16, and Jen's still over at her doctor's appointment area up here. And that's how it ends on this one. It's just that whole morning. But man, isn't that just sort of crazy how and then I think I'll do another one on the other stuff, like the pinging after this. I mean, I can add it to it. I'll just add the video, and then we'll have a full-length video that has everything in it. But that's where this one ends, because it takes, people are only interested for like 20, 25 minutes, Hello? You guys there? I think he just changed his shirt when he came home, like before he went out again. Because I think the person who saw his, when he had the flat tire, that's when he changed his shirt before leaving on that trip. Because I think he said he was wearing a dark blue shirt, if I remember correctly. Anyways, you think that, does it give you a better feel of what's going on just looking at that? Yeah. Well, we're still not at the goal, you guys, but it'd be cool to, you know, try to get there early, coast in. Huh? Yeah, right. That's right. The taco is 49. Well, I think it might even be like 30 something to 49, and then the cat eye is 50. Mm-hmm. Yeah, could you guys hit that like button though really quick? It's pretty simple to do. You know, it's always shocking how people just sort of go, oh yeah, forget it. I'm not even going to support your channel, nor am I going to hit the like button. I'm just going to come in and watch your content. See you later, you asshole. All right. Yeah. It's weird. Weird stuff. Not sure why it's like that unless your location. I don't know. Do you guys think maybe I should add in? Let's go. Let's see what happens after this. Let me go. Let's see if I go to like 590, 848. Ding 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 ding. I mean, what? I don't know. He was doing weird crap up there. But he's not really even at businesses, so I don't know what he was doing at like 9:08, something like that. Okay, and this just shows Jen coming home. But I just want to focus in on what he's doing. So like, you know, Maddie's phone's pinging at home. She eventually makes it home. Let's see. So she makes it home at like 11:27, but he's already left again. So they didn't cross paths after her doctor's appointment. So I wonder, like, this stuff here would be interesting to. Now he's got his phone with him now, intentionally. See, now his phone is what you're tracking. You know, these are different. You know, so his phone's way up there. This is probably when he says he goes to the vape shop. Now he's heading back south again. See that? And then we're looking at, then he makes it back to the apartment, and they're both sitting there from 11:57 to 12:47. This is when he talked to her and said, he explained, she said, what happened? And then he finally explained what happened with the McDonald's situation. Because when he first called her at 10:16, guess what she was doing? Her doctor's appointment likely had already started. She probably said, hey, I can't talk. He probably said, he might have just started off, yeah, hey, it's me. Yeah, you know, she probably go, what's up? Well, I couldn't take her to the, she didn't want to go to McDonald's, you know, and I don't know why she didn't want to go to McDonald's. And then she goes, hey, but listen, I'm getting my blood drawn. I'll talk to you in a little bit when I get home or something. And so they hung up. And then later, she gets home, and at 10:16, or he gets home and he calls, or no, that's 10:16. That's when he called on the phone. Then later on, when he gets home at like 11, you know, 50 or whatever the hell time he actually got home, they started talking. They were together here from 11:57 to 12:47, and he explained the whole McDonald's thing. Right. All right. Well, you guys, we're only 39 away from hitting the goal, but I'd like to try to get tonight be better than yesterday. All right, so if you're out there and you're able to help support the channel, You know, allows me to do all these things, spending the whole day getting these little slides together. But I'm going to make a video with it, and hopefully that'll be smoother now, I think. Just think how weird it is. Like, see, and the thing is that these people out there that think Jen's involved and knew the whole time, so it makes it easier for them to go, oh, yeah, you know, he's. She knew she was out in the car the whole time he's talking to her, or she's talking to him in the house or the apartment. I don't think so. No way. Hey, thank you, Katya T. You know what's interesting is listening to Stephen Stern's interview. I listened to it 3 times today while I was doing this. And every single time you listen to it, it's like, oh, God. Because now you know what the reality, and you listen to him. And it's just so crazy, especially when they catch him when he's heading back at 8:10. And he goes, oh, yeah, I went back to get the clicker. And I was trying to think, did he really go back to get that clicker so he could come back in through the back gate? But he didn't do that. He came back through the front gate at 8:31 too. So when he went home at 8:19, he goes, no, not 8:31. He left at 8:31 through the back gate. So when he came home at 8:19, he goes through the front gate because he didn't have his clicker, so that later he could come back through the back gate, but he isn't going to have her body at that point. So why does he care to have the clicker to come through the back gate later when he doesn't? Well, he does have her body, but it's in the trunk. It's not visible to anybody. Yeah, but, you know, I think the McDonald's thing is real, though, you know. No, he mentions McDonald's in this interview here. I think the McDonald's thing is real because that's why they said, you know, what happened. Oh, you're going to say that. As we're explaining, there is no iPhone. So if iPhone want to avocado dance. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know how it works. I don't know how the iPhones. I'm not an iPhone person. No, you think he was looking for the croc? When? Oh, you mean like well, she didn't have a croc on, so I don't know if he's looking for one because 3 crocs were in the house and 1 was in the garbage can. So he might not have even realized that he put the one in there because he probably thought they were both sitting at home. I don't know. Yeah, I just thought they wouldn't recognize him if he put a different shirt on. He'd probably think it's so stupid because it's the same car though. You know, and he wears his baseball cap backwards. Yeah, I think he changed his T-shirt though later when he went home when he was with Jen because he's got the red shirt on the whole time in this early morning stuff, as we just explained a few minutes ago. Yeah, let's see. What does it say right here? Woman identified as Jennifer's roommate. Okay, we don't need that one. A video that captured the trash compactor on the property show a male determined to be Stephen Stearns wearing a red T-shirt. Okay, so that's at 7:35. Then we go all the way to, I think, this one. Detective Jones responded to Holiday Inn Club Vacation located at 9271 Jongyang Parkway, Orlando, Florida. While reviewing the surveillance, Detective Jones observed that at approximately 9:40 hours, a target vehicle turned into the above business property from Emissary Avenue. then proceeded to their parking garage. While in the parking garage, a male wearing a dark hat and red shirt. So he still has the red shirt on at 9:44 when he put her body into the trunk. And, you know, it's interesting that they don't have him on camera again, like at 11:50 coming back into the apartment complex alone in his vehicle. I mean, why don't they tell us that? They should see him. All right, so you got that? It's still wearing the red shirt at this time. And I think it's the, here, let's see. What's the name of the road again? It's Old Hickory Tree Road. Just Hickory is good enough. There isn't going to be two of those. I responded to 5670 Hickory Tree Road. Upon arrival, okay, different one. At approximately 2:30 hours, I was contacted by Major Hinderman and requested to respond to the American Classic Charter School located at 2395 Hickory Tree Road. Upon arrival, I was tasked with identifying areas of interest. At approximately 1600 hours, I was contacted by Lieutenant Yeager, who advised me he was sending a male in with a white truck to the command post to give me information regarding a possible area of interest. At 1605 hours, I was contacted by Mr. Thomas Karras. He advised he had seen the news conference earlier this day and wanted to report a possible sighting of the suspect vehicle from Monday, February 26, 2024. He stated he saw the suspect vehicle, a silver sedan, pulled off Hickory Tree Road and subject with a tire iron in his hand wearing a black shirt. Okay, so I think he changed his shirt when he came home and he talked to Jen. Right? Doesn't that make the most sense? Like after he came home, it could have been though, I mean, we don't know when he went to the vape shop because he got home at 10:16. Did he change his shirt then and then go to the vape shop to drive around with that shirt on and then also see, we don't have any sightings of him after he got home at 10:16. Then he goes to the vape shop and he came back. But we do know that he changed his shirt before leaving the house at, what time was that? I think it was like 12:40, 11:43, and then he makes his way home, and then they're 8:50 to 8:51 in that area, and then 11:57 they're both home, and then he leaves at 12. So we know he has the black shirt on at 12:49, most likely. I mean, I guess he could have had it with him and changed it in the car, but right at 12:49 is most likely he's wearing his black shirt. Hey, but we've hit one of those lulls, everybody. We're stalled out, not even at the goal. We were doing so well. So how many changes did Mr. Well, all I know is two. One change. I mean, he went from... I mean, what color hat did he change his hat color to? I don't know. Wearing a red t-shirt and dark color hat. That was 7:35. And then what did this guy say again? Wearing a tire iron, wearing a black shirt and green hat. I mean, is that dark though? I mean, I don't know. And his hat was on backwards. So I don't know if it was a dark green hat or what. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Now, one of the parts I thought was interesting was on the audio was right around like the 14-minute mark.
So I was visiting some card shops around the area on 192. I'm kind of a nerd, so we had a new trading card game release, and I was seeing what the situation was with it.
Do you remember what places you visited?
Yeah, Coliseum of Comics. Stopped by a couple Targets, and I was going to go to House Rules Games down by Oak and 192. But I didn't make it that far. I got a flat tire on the way.
Do you remember where you got your flat tire?
It was on 192. I pulled into over.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, after he talks about the flat tire, and he was really accurate on the part about like when he got home compared to when Jen left.
Into one of those plazas somewhere. It's been about 10 years since I switched out a tire, though, so I made a lot of rookie mistakes and ended up pinning my thumb between the frame and the jack. Yeah, I'm lucky it's not a lot worse than it could have been. It needs to be seen if I'll keep.
Do you remember the name of the plaza by any chance? Do you remember like what stores were in this plaza?
It was like right before you got to Oak, though, so it was one of those little strips.
Okay. And then
but I did not make it back in time because of that. I thankfully had the spare. I put that on and tried to get back in time, but caught every red light on the way. She ended up leaving to pick up Maddie without me. I was about 10 minutes late on her. So I called her and let her know what happened. I apologized profusely because I promised I'd be there with her to go pick her up.
Yeah, so let me hear that part again.
I apologized profusely because I promised I'd be there with her to go pick her up. Just sat and waited. After that, she had already gone to get her, so I just sat and waited and hung out, straightened up the house a little bit.
Straighten up the house a little bit. You know what that means. He was like cleaning up all the crap that he needed to get rid of.
Then we got the call.
What do you mean you got the call?
Got the call from her that
Stores were in this plaza?
it was like right before you got to Oak, though, so it was one of those little strips.
Okay. And then
but I did not make it back in time because of that. I thankfully had the spare. I put that on and tried to get back in time, but caught every red light on the way. She ended up leaving to pick up Maddie without me. I was about 10 minutes late on her.
Yeah, so that's really accurate. That part, not where he was and everything. But if you go look at the timeline, so he was aware that I think that was a real thing that he was supposed to pick up Maddie together. But the flat tire actually slowed him down and he wasn't able to make it home and act like the normal, hey, wow, yeah, where is she? And I wonder how that acting session would have gone if he had actually did show up at home and was hanging out with her. Would he have been like too emotional too soon? You know, how would he have done it? Here, I'll show you. Thank you, Don. Oh, wait, is it Dane Crawford? I almost said Don. Dane, thank you. Appreciate it. So look at, okay, he drives all the way down there. Puts Maddie's body on Hickory Tree Road there. And then look at, he gets home. He's, right now, Jen's already leaving the complex at 2:41. And look, you can see she's moving. And then at 2:43, he's pulling up down here. And 2:47, she's all the way up, getting, heading near the school, and he's at home at 2:47. So I think it was literally like, let's see, what time is she leaving in? Oops, the other way. Yeah, so basically about 8 minutes. So it was pretty close to what he said. Yeah, it sounds like Maddie was drugged the whole time. Anyways, did you guys find the presentation part interesting, other than the fact that I had to stop 50 times to fix things? I just want to know if people would be interested in watching that. I think it might be useful to... Maybe I need to draw the actual routes on here. Like, in here, put the... start down there where he comes up. I think that's exactly the way too, over here, this direction. Jeez, what was that? How does that happen? What's going on there? Oh. Hey, thanks, Navy swimmer. And I'm just going to do the last route when he left his phone at home. This is where I think he went. Just like this. And then 841 up in this area. And 848's way up there, so obviously he kept going. Hey, thanks, Shelby Woo Woo. There's that woohoo! All right, so this is going to be the morning route. This is just the main route, not the... Yeah, so maybe in there. Make it red. Matches. And hey, thanks, Plato. That's where he's gone so far in the morning. So it's 8:48. Then where's the next one? Jesus, what the hell's going on here? Thanks, Play-Doh. It works. there's 858. And it heads down here. Yeah. That was just even in my head. And this is exactly where he went, you guys. Welcome, Charlie. Oh, wait. No. God darn it. That was later. That wasn't the right one. Hold on. Hey, Heather N, get to the membership. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. It was this street. Oh, by the way, you guys want to see something pretty cool? No, Gray, we don't want to see something. All right, check it out. Check it out. There we go. Look at that one. Remember this one? In honor of Colton M. Malloy, Semper Fi. That's Scouting Dude's kid. Remember we got those Delphi bricks? Remember that? So there's one of them. They sent a picture of the new ones put in there. How cool is that, huh? Hello. Man, how far are you guys behind? It's wild. Well, send in some more then, Paulette. We can get them off the screen. Let's see. But there you go. Look at that one. And we have this one. In memory of the fallen freaks, your love. Guess what, you guys? We also have a Fallen Freaks Scholarship Fund. So isn't that amazing? Now there's a stone memorializing all of them. How cool is that, huh? All right. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, so we got, it's just so awesome, man. I mean, just like how cool like all this shit is, man. You guys help support the channel, and then we're able to do all this amazing other stuff on the side. The DNA fund, the scholarship fund. We got multiple bricks out, 4 different bricks, I think, at this point. And, you know, it's just awesome. So there you go. But as I always say, everybody, it doesn't happen without your guys' support. So I'm trying to make as many videos as I can to get the ad revenue, but it still doesn't really make up for, some videos do really well, but most don't, and doesn't make up for super chat loss. So if you guys are out there and you can help, that'd be great. So I think we go through at 9:02. Do you think it did I don't know how it works in Florida. Does it have to say U-turn, or is it just allowed whenever you have a right turn signal? Because some states are kind of like that. See this little thing here? It feels like he did a U-turn, like just kind of went like this, and then back around. Thanks, Katya T. The 904 right there. Then I think it made its way back, and the 905 came around back this way. Thank you, Paulette Leonard. I'm going to leave yours on the screen. All right, the rest of the show, Paulette Leonard's is right there. Just kidding, just kidding. All right, so then it comes down like this and then up like that. It feels like. I mean, we don't know because there's like a 9, how many minutes is that? 11 minutes are missing, and then all of a sudden this car is spotted up here. But you know what? Hold on. God. How do I do this? Isn't there a way that I can right click on these and get rid of them? There we go. I think it went up that other street. That's what I'm going to do. Not this one. I think it went up here like this. This is just my interpretation. I mean, all it is a random sighting of the car right here, and then I think he went this way, down, yeah, and then where does he go? Where is he next? 916. Oh yeah, and then it's like, wasn't there a 925 somewhere? I remember that. Let's see. At Central Florida Parkway and John Young Parkway. Oh, I guess it was kind of covered by the other one. Okay, so right there. And so again, there's another bunch of missing time. Doesn't take that long to drive there. Oh man, what the hell? What happened? Oh, God, how is it doing that? That doesn't even make any sense. What? Man, that was a weird one. That doesn't even make sense at all, why that would pop over there like that. But then he goes up here. And turns into here, I think. And I think he kind of goes back up in this area somewhere. And then he's up here for 6 minutes somewhere. So let's just say he kind of pulls into here or something. Then 6 minutes later he comes out. He's driving around and then he goes back this way. And then up here like that, and then into the parking area somewhere. There you go. So something like that. Isn't that wild? Look at that. That's his route right there. This is just all over the place. Zipping around, comes up here, some missing time in there, comes up here, goes in, then he exits. So now we'll do a second part. The heck? Why did I call it Ifresidad? What? Route. Morning route. Well, guess what, you guys? We're still not even at the goal. Out because we just utterly went. It's wild. Who knows from night to night? Let's see. Yeah, so we got to get back from here because you get to this part at 9:49. So from here, let's just say leaving the area right there, out, and then down this direction. Alright, the 9:49 there. Any more sightings? I think there's like a 10:0 something. Yeah, 10:03 down here. No, we're 10 away now, though. Just from the standard goal, but I'd like to try to beat it tonight because we just last night was wasn't great. Alright, then down here at 10:05, 10:06 stopped at the light. Then I think he came down just like this. Took a right here. And then made his way back in. Doesn't seem like there's any cameras back here because there's no sightings back here on any of the shots that they gave us. But this is the quickest way and the easiest way just to get back. And you can see why. These are probably fenced. There's probably a gate, and then there's no camera facing anywhere around in here. Not a gate, a fence. And then down to here, then all right. Well, thanks, Katja T. A one-man wrecking crew. Thank you. And then down and around. Like that. And then back into the complex. And then likely just probably drove around like this. Roundabout, then up here. Down and around, and then home. There we go. We did it. So that's his routes that morning. The not the later morning ones where he goes to the vape shop. But he says he waited at a vape shop too, so he's just full of crap. Well, thanks, Katya T and SD from Canada. Yeah, it's almost time for a Coors Light with some olives in it. How about this? Well, I'll get a Coors Light with an olives, and then we'll play that interview again. I think when you hear it now, you'll be just, everything will be a little bit more like, oh, wow, you know? It's strange. I listened to it 3 times while I was doing this today. I wouldn't mind listening to it again. Yeah, the low end of the goal was met. The one where I just sort of barely get, you know. But I'm trying to have one of those nights where it makes up for some of the other ones, because we haven't had one of those in a while. It seems like when we hit the goal and it's like, yep, we're done. You know. Yeah, it's been a while. I just listened to it today, so I'm gonna go get another Coors Light. I'm trying to, you know, the lowest calories I can find on. Oh yeah, you know that whole thing about the. I'm not sure why you brought up the twins, but you know that case we were talking about yesterday with that lady who attacked the twins? You know, like she's a PhD psychologist. I guarantee you that's what I think she was studying herself, trying to figure out why she feels the way she does. But, so I looked at a lot more into that, but I think I need more information or something. But here's what's weird, is in the articles, it says at 11:15 at night, she called 911 and mentioned that there was that the other kid, something was wrong with him. He fell out of his stool or whatever, you know. And so I looked it up on Broadcastify to try to find the call, right? And then I came across it, you guys. Right at 11:15 on Broadcastify, it said 2 twins. You know, somebody was calling it talking about 2 twins, and I thought it said their heartbeats. We can't get their heartbeats and blah 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 blah. And then Zozo said, well, because they called them 2-year-olds, and then they're only like 6 weeks old. So I was like, how could that possibly be, right? So then I went back and re-listened to it, and what it says is, instead of it saying their heartbeats, it says, we don't have car seats. Can you send the police? And it was a whole different set of twins in the same city at the same night on the freaking scanner audio talking about 2 young other male sets of twins that had nothing to do with the case. What do you think the odds of that are? That at 11:15 on the scanner audio, they bring up 2 other male twins that are really young, and it had nothing to do with it. I mean, that is insane, you guys. I mean, I was like, just going, man, I should go play the lottery or do something. Well, cool, SD. I'm glad you like it. You know, I piss everybody off at one point or another, that's for sure, but, you know. Yeah, just stick around. All right, so I'll be back in a minute. Maybe 5 minutes. Which one do you want to play? Okinawa?
what's going on, everybody?
Alright. Let's see, who do we got here? Well, let me see. Somebody bitched. I don't know what you're talking about, Shania. Nobody knows what you're talking about. You're just sort of... I think you're in the wrong chat. Yeah. You hadn't even typed a word in before, and then you type something in that nobody knows what it means. Pretty weird. Yep. I could be doing so much better if I would just go, oh, that Jen boy, I'll tell you what, they should throw Jen in prison for 9 years, maybe 20. For God's sake, she's been the most neglectful parent in the world. I mean, what kind of a parent allows their child to sleep in the same bed with a guy that... You know, I could just go on and on, man. I could just be, you know, raking in the subscribers, but, you know, who the hell wants to do that? I don't mind if she's asking about Jennifer. I don't know what the hell she's talking about. She's already been removed somehow. I don't know. I can't see her comments anymore. And couldn't... Now I can't see it again. They always just keep disappearing. Yeah. Oh, she was complaining about the show. I see. Yeah, it's probably not going to work for you, Shania. I can already tell you're one of the ones that whine and need to be sort of like coddled through the shows, and you know, nobody said a word to you. I wasn't even here when you complained. Let's see. I'm so glad. It's awesome having you here commenting. Man, I was just chilling out, you know. I mean, I just went and got myself a Coors Light and some olives. See? Oh my God, why? Look out, you know what? That's the classic passive-aggressive right there, you guys. That's the classic definition of passive-aggressive. Unbelievable. Anyways, all right, let's do the... here we go. We'll play it. What is this? Oh, you know, I got... No, I don't even know. What the hell was that screen? I don't even know what that was. All right, we'll just start it over in the interview with Stefan Stearns. And if you guys are feeling, you know, generous out there, if you want to help support the channel during playing this, that'd be great. But I might make a video on analyzing this one, because now it's totally different. You don't even need to see that. I could
go in all that.
So we woke up early. The plan was that we were going to get McDonald's breakfast on the way, so we made amazingly good time.
I don't mean to interrupt you, okay? Neither of us were here yesterday, so if you can be kind of like specific about like times and stuff like that, okay?
Woke up around 7:15, somewhere around there, which is an early start for us, but we had talked about getting McDonald's breakfast beforehand.
Thanks,
so
Lisa
we wanted to make good time. We did make good time. We got out the door maybe 7:30, 7:45ish, maybe. Got over to that area. She was asleep in the car most of the time, just snoozing until we got there. We got to McDonald's. We're close to McDonald's. I said, "Do you still want it?" Wasn't interested in the McDonald's anymore, so we continued on. And she wanted to be dropped off a little down the ways from the school. She's got this phase that she's been into lately where she's very particular about what car she's seen getting out of in front of the school. She prefers her mom's car, but my cars are, I guess, kind of hooties. I get it. It's an image thing. But that was sometime probably between 8:20 and 8:40-ish. somewhere in there. It was along the stretch of the road that on the right side that has all the communities on it. Before you get to the overpass, you could see the overpass from where it was. So it was on that side, on that stretch of road, and that's where I dropped her off. She said she was going to go wait for her friends. She was going to find them and hang out and wait for her friends. And I asked if that was going to be okay. She said, yeah, it's fine. Kids get dropped off early enough as it is, so it's not totally unusual for that to happen. It's just not usually that early that I drop her off. I do school runs every once in a while for her. I said, okay. Let her out. Have a good
You know what's amazing, you guys? He never went anywhere near there. I just realized it just doing this one, but the whole thing we just did, look at 839. You know that McDonald's? It's right here. He never even went anywhere near the church. There's nothing on any of this that makes him go by the church at all. That's hilarious. He never even made it look like he went over here. He might have done that okay, so when he left his phone at home originally, because remember he left and then he came back at 8:10. So it could have been that at that point, I think he does say that actually, that he went up here and went this way, but none of this second time he left with her body. Okay, here's the thing. How about like this? Let's just say for some reason he did go up here and then he goes, oh crap, and then he turned around for some reason needed to go back home. But when he came back out, knowing that she's seen on the camera and he's heading out again with her body visible in the vehicle, he doesn't go anywhere near the school. It's crazy. Like the McDonald's is right here. He just goes up the highway over here. He's nowhere near the school, which is right there. That's the school and that's the church. So look. Here, let's just put it on there. School. And church. I mean, isn't that amazing? So how did he drop her off anywhere? See, his whole story, oh God, he's screwed. Now I get why they were saying what they said. Because he went up here and then he turned around and went back, right? And he goes, and you know what's cool? They asked him, so we're going to see her in the vehicle when you come back? And he goes, yeah, definitely see her in the car. She was sleepy though, that kind of crap. And then look at when he goes back with her body, he never goes anywhere near the school. He goes up this way. He thought it was enough that he drove over here one time. But he goes up like this. And the timing all works, right? Because that's like 8:58 there and 8:48 way down there. There's no way he went to the school. He went up like that. Boom. On the highway. I mean, I guess he could say, well, let's do a timing thing here. So if he's right there at 8:48, let's do a timing. And we'll get out the Google Maps. And he is right. 8:48's right there. Okay. Directions. 8:48 right here. And then the next one is 8:58 up here. That's John Young Parkway, right? Yeah. Yeah, right here. Yeah, I guess that's possible then, isn't it? Because that's 6 minutes from 8:48 to 9:58. It should only have taken 6 minutes. So what happens in this one? There's the school. So let's say we grab this and make him go over it there, like that. Not like that, because that's not quite... Oh, shoot. I see what I gotta screw that. I'm just gonna start over again on this one. I gotta put him on this side right here. Yeah, 6 minutes. However, I guess that's a way he could have gone right there. And guess what? Let's see, that makes it 8 minutes. And that goes right by the school. So, yeah. So he could have done that right there. Turned like that, drove around, but wouldn't he be... I'm sure another camera would have picked him up and they would have got him. But then he would come up right there, and then the next shot would be all the way up there at 8:58 up here, right? So I guess he could have gone like that, right by the school, and then back onto the road. But it seems like for certain there would be a camera that could have picked him up on there, and they would have wrote it down on there. So he just might have had really bad traffic. I mean, 8:48's rush hour, you know, so it could have easily been slower than that. So who knows? Just throwing it out there. And so what that means is right in this area here, when he was driving, he could have turned and went like this, around, underneath, and then back out onto John Young Parkway to show up right up here for 8:58. You see what I'm saying? Are you guys actually paying attention, or? I'm not doing that part, Hamlin. That's on the next part. I did the entire morning. Where's the next? God, people are just... Be patient, okay?
Hey, love you. Thanks, love you too. And I turned around and was driving away and was watching her in my rearview mirror to make sure that she was going where she was supposed to go. And she was moving in that direction, but she was rummaging around in her backpack or something. What I assumed was probably headphones or something like that. But I found out later that she forgot her phone here, so she may have been rummaging for her phone.
Oh, yeah. I bet there was no love you too or anything like... Well, obviously he killed her, but I bet in general that wasn't said.
But she was still kind of making her way towards that direction, so it looked okay. Looked like any other day. And I just continued on.
Okay. When you said you dropped her off, like, in the area, kind of like where exactly did you drop her off?
So if you pull down the street going towards the school, you've got that whole strip of communities on the right side there. It was in that stretch of sidewalk there. We pulled in and maybe about halfway up the street or so, and she was like, right here's good.
Was it like in one of the apartment complexes, the church?
Not in, it was outside one of the apartment. It was just on the sidewalk on the side of the road there. Just like a tuck and roll, you know?
Tuck and roll.
Okay, so like if I were to be on
tuck
the
and
road,
roll, huh?
where, like, what do you remember seeing
What a fool.
that you dropped her off at?
He thinks he's so hip, you know?
The overpass is up ahead. The sidewalk.
He thinks he's so hip. Oh, yeah, we pulled up and, you know, duck and roll. She, like, jumped out and rolled and then, woo, stood up and went to school. You know what I'm saying, honey?
And I turned around and was driving away and was watching her in my rearview mirror to make sure that she was
he's saying
going where she was supposed to go. And she was moving in that direction, but she was rummaging around in her backpack or something. Yeah. What I assumed was probably headphones or something like that.
Right there.
Found out later that she forgot her phone here, so she may have been rummaging for her phone. But she was still kind of making her way towards that direction, so it looked okay. Looked like any other day. And I just continued on.
Okay. When you said you dropped her off, like, in the area, kind of like where exactly did you drop her off?
So if you pull down the street going towards the school, you've got that whole strip of communities on the right side there. It was in that stretch of sidewalk there. We pulled in and maybe about halfway up the street or so.
Right there.
And she was like, right here's good.
Right
Was it like in one of the apartment complexes, the church?
Not in, it was outside one of the apartment. It was just on the sidewalk on the side of the road there. Just like a tuck and roll, you know?
Okay, so
it was like tuck and roll, you know. Yeah, you know, I just pulled up and she, like, I was still moving even, and she kind of like jumped out and like tucked up and rolled and jumped up and woo, jazz hands. I mean, come on. Anyways, this is where they were doing the. We got guys on his phone. Jesus. Anyways, it was like this is right where on the body camera footage where they were searching was right here. So this is where he pretended he dropped her off. Okay. Thanks, Jessica Schubach.
like if I were to be on the road, where,
With the maps.
like, what do you remember seeing that you dropped her off at?
I remember the overpass is up ahead. The sidewalk was on the right, row of trees. There's, I think, a median in the middle. And then there was another community maybe across from that before you get to the church. So it was like before the church.
So Town Loop Boulevard's that street that connects to the school.
Yeah.
Is that the street that you...
Is this, which one?
So that's Town Loop Boulevard, right?
Town
That's the
Loop,
one
yes.
that...
And where's the school located here?
The school's right here.
School's right there. Okay, so the school would be on the left in this case. Here's the overpass.
So you
I
guys
was
came from
talking
this side?
about. Yeah, we
Okay.
came from Town Loop, I think, which is Town Center. Yeah, so we made a right here and then pulled somewhere about.
So you came
Where's-
from Town Center and turned onto Town Loop.
Yeah, where's the church? Is this the church here?
There
I
is
would
a, yeah,
assume so,
that's the
yeah.
church.
Okay, so we weren't up to the church yet. So we were pulled onto here, and then we pulled maybe about halfway up here, and I dropped her off somewhere in this area here.
And she walked from there to the school?
Yeah,
Right here.
It's a pretty long way.
it's maybe a block or
Not
so,
really
but
that
it's not out of the ordinary
incredibly
for her. She
far,
likes to do
you know.
that sometimes. She likes the cold
Think
weather.
about
She's
it.
wearing her hoodie.
It's right there.
Uh-huh.
That's
Cold
the
wall.
school.
So you dropped her off near Lilac? Does that sound right?
Yeah, it wasn't at a cross street. It was
Yeah,
just
Lilac.
just
That's
a
exactly where it was.
bit of the sidewalk there.
So did you merge into the sidewalk, or did you stop in the
Yeah,
middle
it's weird.
of the
Look how
street? Or...
specific he is in his memory. Well, it wasn't really a side street. It's just the sidewalk, you know? Like, wow. I mean, it never even happened, but he's even, like, trying to clarify that. I mean, this guy is a true psychopath, you guys. And I don't care for damn who you are. You couldn't tell he killed a soul when he was in that insurance office with Jen. You know that he killed somebody, but if you didn't know, and it seemed like it was something totally different, you would have no clue that he did that. I don't give a damn about what any of the body language people. Oh, he had his arms in his, you know, he's folding his arms, so therefore, I mean, give me a break. Hey, thanks, Michelle H.
I just pulled over to the sidewalk there. Let her hop out.
How often do you drop her off?
This might be the 5th or 6th time I've ever done it.
Okay. And when you drop her off, where do you normally drop her off at?
Normally down the street from the school. She requests that a lot.
Like the same area or
But you
somewhere
don't
else?
normally
Especially
drop
if
her
it's
off.
Sometimes in the church.
This guy barely has ever taken her to school before, maybe twice. So when you say normally, I mean...
Parking lot. Sometimes just wherever she tells us to let her out. As long as it's close, you know.
Well, that's
So it's
because he's a
halfway
killer.
between
So he's a
Town
killer.
Loop
That's why. It's
and
concerning.
Town Center and the church.
Yeah, it's like, it's just in this stretch right here. Like we got about maybe halfway up and
Okay.
it was there.
The McDonald's that you guys were going to stop at, did you pull into the plaza at any point?
No, she 86 the idea before we even got there.
What do you mean by 86?
This is so great. I mean, I know what 86 means, but see, Stephen Stearns just thinks he's so hip and so cool. Tuck and roll, 86 the idea, and she's like, what does that mean? Because she's probably like 32, never heard of that in her life. Well, Seven Stearns isn't that old either. But he just tries to be really cool and hip, you know.
What was there?
He's stupid.
The McDonald's that you guys were going to stop
That's
at,
right,
did you
Paulette.
pull into the plaza at any point?
No, she 86 the idea before we even got there.
What do you mean by 86?
Poo-pooed the idea. Didn't want it anymore.
Okay.
What she should have said, what does poo-pooed the idea mean?
At any point while you were driving to the school, did you make a U-turn?
She
yeah,
pooped
I
on
tried
you,
to
right?
sell her on McDonald's one more time because I was still kind of hungry, but at that point she was also just wanting me to get to school.
Okay.
So
Where
we turned right back around.
Where did you make that U-turn at?
Actually, the school not the school parking lot, the church parking lot. I
Wow.
pulled into that, turned around, and pulled
Wow,
back
that's
out.
where you did your U-turn, huh?
Did a UE there and went back to the McDonald's, and she still
wild.
wasn't having it, and that's when we came back. See, the McDonald's is on the same town loop or town center. It connects to the same road that the
You must have
There's a
gone way
school
up
zone?
here.
yeah,
then.
so
town
it's like
loop.
a straight shot.
So you guys came from, just so I can kind of get a good visualization, town center, and
This is town
where
center.
did you come from, town center?
Town center. So where's the McDonald's?
Well, that doesn't work. Town center, it's on town loop,
I'm so
not
bad
town
at
center.
reading these. I'm sorry.
McDonald's is on town loop, not town center.
So we
This
came.
is all town center.
So we came across on town loop, I believe. Is that the school is that the road that the school is on?
No, this is town center. So you
Okay.
said you were on town center,
see,
and then
this
you
guy's
made a
wrong
right
when he's talking.
on town loop, which is
Yeah.
the one that takes you
No,
to the
he's
school.
wrong. That
Yes,
guy's wrong.
correct.
He's wrong. No, he's
Right.
wrong. That guy.
I think you passed it.
But what I'm saying is before town loop.
Yeah, the guy talking is incorrect. It doesn't work like that. Not Stearns.
Or I'm sorry, for town center, what street did you take?
I'm so sorry.
This
I'm
is
bad
town
with the streets
center.
around here.
He didn't
How do you
do town
usually
center.
get to the school? Where do
I
you-
just take John Young
Yeah,
and
John
then
Young.
wait till I see the McDonald's
McDonald's,
and make
take
a
a
left
left.
there and then
Right.
follow that around
So
and
that's-
that goes straight into the.
See, that makes sense. You take John Young. I mean, see, here's the thing, you guys. He lives there. He does say some stuff that's accurate. The cop here didn't know what he was talking about on the directions. So you got John Young Parkway driving up right here and a left on Town Loop Boulevard, right at the McDonald's. Okay. This never happened, of course. I mean, that's the funny part about it.
The road that the school is on. I just use the landmarks and I don't memorize the street names.
Is that JYP?
Yeah. Yeah, so this is JYP.
I mean, at the McDonald's, you turn right?
And then you said you made a left at the McDonald's? So that's John Young Parkway, you're going north
left
on
to
John Young?
McDonald's and then go around and then that shoots straight into the
Next, left to
road
McDonald's,
that she's on.
Okay. Because that's...
right there.
I believe that's the correct road.
Yeah, well, that's the fastest way to get there. But you told me you came from town center and town loop.
I'm sorry, I don't know. the
No, he
street
didn't say
names.
that. You asked him, and he goes, "I don't know." Yeah, maybe. He didn't.
Okay.
He didn't say that though.
I'm sorry.
So
I'm doing my
no,
best.
that's okay. So now that we know that you came from John Young Parkway and you made a left on town loop,
Right there.
so you passed the
So,
McDonald's.
yeah, that was when she said no to
McDonald's.
McDonald's the first time.
Okay. So you guys keep on going on town loop.
Yeah. But at that point, we still had a lot of time to kill. And very early.
So what did you guys do?
Drove towards the school, made a U-turn, came back, tried to do the McDonald's thing again.
Tried to go to
She didn't
McDonald's.
want it.
So where did you,
Oh,
one more
should've
time,
let
where
him
did you do the U-turn at?
God, let him finish what he's
it-
saying.
Probably was right by the church because it was still way too early for school.
Probably. I thought you were so specific.
So it was on that
a
stretch of
minute ago.
road. I mean, they had the meeting there and the separation, so that left turn where the church is, you could make a U-turn there.
And then after you dropped her off, what did you do?
stayed, talked to her for a minute. I made sure, is it all right that you're going early? Because it was still early. She said, yeah, it's fine. I'm going to hang out and wait for my friends to get there, which she does sometimes. So it didn't sound, outrageous or anything. And that was it. I told her to have a good day. I loved her. She told me she loved me too. I turned around to leave, and I was watching her in my rearview mirror. She looked like she was walking in the right direction. She was rummaging in her bag a little bit, like I said, but still sort of just shambling in the right direction while she was doing it. So it looked normal. It looked okay.
Okay, and then what did you do after you left the area?
I left to go to the local vape shop because I needed some more vape juice. They weren't quite open yet, so
no, there's no vape
I ended
shop.
up going back home. Waited about an hour or so,
No
and
way.
then went back and checked the vape shop again.
He had absolutely no time to go to a vape shop. There isn't a chance in hell he even went anywhere near a vape shop. So look, we've got... What the hell was the time on here? So remember, he leaves at like 7:50. And then he's saying he's doing these McDonald's things. And at 8:10 he's heading back. So there's no time to go check a vape shop out in any of this story. There isn't. And he doesn't go... We don't have it mapped out where he went because all we have is 8:10 he's right there and 8:11 right there heading back home. That's all we have. So that means in 20 minutes he left his apartment here, and it takes 10 minutes to get to right here. It takes 9 minutes to get to there. So you're already, like if he left at, let's just do the math, like if he left at 7:50 out the back entrance, he may have gone up like this. We don't know exactly. He might have just gone like this direction and straight up, and then you're on, Dyer Boulevard again, driving up. But it takes 9 minutes, so it'd be, let's see. So 7:50, and then it would be almost 8 o'clock by the time he got to, let's see, where would that be? Like right in this area here. Be almost 8 o'clock. Okay? And then to drive up to where McDonald's is and turn around, it'd almost be like 8:10 again. You get? So it'd be 8 o'clock right here. All he'd have time to do is drive up here, do a U-turn at McDonald's almost, and come back, and then he's here at 8:10. You see what I'm saying? There's no chance that he went to some vape shop or did any of this other stuff because he's here at 8, right there. Then let's just say it, give him a benefit of the doubt. It's 7:59. Then he drives up in this area, and it's going to be like 8:05 when he's right dropping off Maddie over here. And then if he turned around and went right back, it'd be 8:10 when he got there. Ooh, he doesn't have time to do all this other stuff because it didn't happen. That's the truth. Hey, thanks. Raw time now. What do you mean you can't see? Ah, Jesus. You guys are such whiners. Especially Wild Wyatt. Complains on every show. Yeah, anyways. So right here at 8:59, if you're like right here if you're here at the home at 7:50 and you head up this direction, you get to about right here at 7:59. And then from there to McDonald's, it's probably 8:02, and then drops her off at 8:04, 8:05. And then if you turn around and hustled back, you would be back where they actually have him on camera at 8:10 heading back to the apartment. You see what I'm saying? You ever see? I mean, that's insane right there. So it's too tight for him to do a damn thing. Basically, what he did was drive to McDonald's. I mean, hell, let's do that. Let's figure out how much time that would take on Google Maps. Wild Wyatt, you're really short. You got close to just being removed. Just letting you know. Not a fan. Let's see. So you got the... let me do this again. They usually put you right in the right spot. There it is. So leaving the back gate. The back gate's right there. So let's do the directions. Put a pin right there, and then let's find that McDonald's. And there's the McDonald's right there. So just to get to the McDonald's, let's see how many minutes that takes. Let's just put a pin right there. Yeah, I guess that takes 9 minutes. That's what they're saying at this time of night. So that's the thing, is like, you know, I don't know how to get the time, what it would be like during that morning hour during rush hour. That makes it's hard to figure that out. You know? So it's like during rush hour, I would say it's going to be 12 minutes. So that would put him over at McDonald's at, well, I don't know. I already did the timing on this, and it takes 9 minutes. The time of day that I did this was during the middle of the day, so it said it takes 9 minutes to get from this spot. Well, hell, let's just go. I actually have it in my folder. Let's see where that is. So it leaves at 850 or 750 is the one we're looking at. Hard to remember the actual numbers sometimes. 810. Yeah, that's the one right there. So that's the exact spot right there. It's 8:11, and it took 8 minutes to get to the apartment. And look where that is. That's just at that's at the 8:11 spot. See that? So it took 8 minutes. So let's use that. And the 8 minutes is right here. So definitely, see, it just depends on the time of night. You're looking at 1 o'clock in the morning over there. That's how Google Maps works. And yeah, you're going to fly through there. There's no waiting at the lights or, you know, nothing. So it took 8 minutes to get to here. So that means probably 12 or 13 to get to here. So that would put you over here at 10:03 at McDonald's, and then drop her off at 10:05, or not 10, Jesus, 8:05, I mean. So again, so 7:50 leaves the house down here, 7:50, and then gets to McDonald's at about like 10:03, or God, I keep saying 10:03, 8:03. Then from here drops Maddie off at, that would be like 10:00. Why do I keep saying 10 something, you guys? I need to like, God, 8:05 right here. Then would then you'd have to like turn around and just hustle back to be possibly back to this area at I'm saying that because it says 10:03 there, but it's actually that's not the spot though. It's right here. It's 8:10, and then those 10:05s right there. So it'd be 8:10 here. So to get all the way back there by 8:10 would be a miracle. Like you'd have to like get every light and just be totally lucky. So for him to go, well, I went to a vape shop, and no way.
It was open, so I got what I needed there and came back.
Do you remember what time you came home?
The first time was probably right around 10, close to it. And then I waited here and went back to the vape shop. Probably finished at the vape shop and came back home again a little after 11.
Okay. You said the first time that you hung out was a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Was there when you got here at 10? Okay.
I think so. She might have been at her blood appointment. Let me double check. I know she had a blood appointment.
Totally lying. She wasn't home when he got there. She was gone. She went to the doctor's appointment.
Waited about an hour or so and then went back and checked the vape shop again.
But she
it was
did
open,
come home.
so I got what I needed there and came back.
Do you remember what time you came home?
The first time was probably
Yeah, the first time.
right around 10, close to it. And then I waited.
Let's see if that works. 9:25. He's up there, and he's just put Maddie in the trunk. He's heading down. He passes her at 10, where she is. Let's see, hold on. Now, right there at 10:05, he passes where she's at the doctor's office, so he's not home yet. And he's home at 10:16, so, you know, that's close enough. You know, around 10. So he was home at 10:16.
Here and went back to the vape shop. Probably finished at the vape shop and came back home again a little after he.
So here's where we're at right now. If you guys send in, we need $10, and I'll get 5 memberships for the freaks out there. All right, that's a $25 value. So all we need is 10 more, and I'll gift 5 memberships. So 10:16 to 10:44, he's at home. He now turns his phone on, which he didn't have with him. That's why it's red here. And Jennifer is still at her doctor's appointment. Well, there's Annabella Roma. All right, hold on. Here we go. And here we go. And who got him? Let's see. Who we got him tonight? Touche, Jennifer Epic, Ms. Arlene. I remember Jennifer Epic. Where'd you go? I haven't seen you in a long time. Betty Smith, Kathy B58. All right. Just like Wild Wyatt. All right, let's see.
Okay. You said the first time that you hung out with a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Was there when you got here at
Yes.
10? Okay.
I think
Well, no, she wasn't. She wasn't.
so. She might have been at her blood appointment. Let me double check.
Yeah, so she was. So he did remember. You got to give him. I mean, I'm just doing it the way you got to do it. He did catch that and go, wait, no, she might have been at her blood appointment. I saw her the second time, you know. So that is true there. She was still at her blood appointment. See, he's at home at 10:16, and she's still at her blood appointment.
I know she had a blood appointment at some point during the day.
It's okay. We don't have to ask her right now.
Sorry, everything's a blur.
So she might have been here. She might have not have been here
I
the first time.
believe she was here because she was sleeping in as much as she possibly could because she's been messed up with a new work schedule. So she had to be here because she didn't want to sleep in.
Now he says she had to be there. Now she's saying she had to be there because she wanted to sleep in. But he's not doing the time right in his head because he got home at 10. Her appointment was at 10:15. So he might have thought in her mind, well, maybe she's still sleeping in the bed. I don't know about that part. It doesn't really matter. This kind of shit here is... this is why I don't think Jennifer has anything to do with a damn thing, because they haven't like got their stories together and made them fit like that. You know, all she ever did for him was say, yeah, we dropped him off at school. Well, I mean, he dropped him off at school, and I guess the 8 in the morning, you know, seeing Maddie getting dressed in the morning at 8 is still the only thing that's a little bit extra, you know. He may have guilted her into saying that, you know, like he could have said something like, well, listen, you know how he talks. Hey, you know, I came over here to take her to school for you because you wanted to sleep in, and she's gone, and they're going to blame me, and I was just doing you a favor. And the thing is you weren't even awake. So can you just say that you saw her getting ready in the morning, please? I mean, you know, and she said, yeah, I saw him getting at 8. But then the next day when she was feeling like, you know, this guy might have something to do with it, she's told the truth. She said, yep, I didn't see her that night at all. Last time I saw her was 11 o'clock at night on the 25th. So immediately she started telling the truth of that.
I'll double check, but yeah, I believe she was here.
And then what time did you say you left again to the smoke shop?
No, he didn't have to go find his phone. He put his phone in a place where he knew it was. Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't have, well, I guess what you're saying is he'd just go get their phone. Yeah, so he got home at 10:16, and then he called at 10:18. Right. And it says that in the documents. He actually called her at 10:18, and that's when he started to try to explain to her about, well, she didn't want to go, she didn't want to go to McDonald's, and, we're supposed to get up early and go to McDonald's. And the thing is, here's what I bet. I bet you when he went to home at 8:19, he said that they were going to go to McDonald's. Because that was still early. I mean, that's still early. I bet that's when he told her they're going to go to McDonald's. And then later he calls, and because remember, she always thought they left at like 8:15 or so. So he said on that trip when he put the leash on the dog, yeah, we're just going to go to McDonald's. We're getting kind of an early start here. Okay, see you later. And then they got out of there and they went to McDonald's. Isn't that amazing? That's it right there. I just came up with that. That's it. When he came home at 8:19, he told her they were going to McDonald's when he was helping out with the leash. And so she was aware of that little trick that he was trying to pull there. And then at 10:16, when he finally comes home later, he calls her at 10:18 while she's still at her doctor's appointment. I mean, literally right in the middle of it, because it's like 10:15 was the doctor's appointment. So she probably was short on the phone, like, yeah, let me call you back. But he got in the point, she didn't want to go to McDonald's. I bet he said that. I bet you anything on that phone call he told her she didn't want to go to McDonald's. And then she's like, oh, listen, oh, wow, God, that's bad. Let me talk to you about it later. I got my doctor's appointment. Then she drives home. And when he gets home, or when she gets home, that's when they had the conversation about what happened. Oh, well, we drove there, and man, I know it. That is what happened. All right, anyways, I'm going to play this.
Maybe after an hour or so, maybe 11 or so.
Okay. And then what time did you get to the smoke shop?
It's maybe 2 minutes away, so...
That's right, Georgina's the liquor.
Stopped in, got some juice, and...
What's the name of the smoke shop?
Eastman Line.
Okay.
It's just over off of John Young. It's not far from the school.
And then after the smoke shop, what did you do?
Came home, yeah.
Okay, for how long?
At least until maybe 12:40, 12:45-ish, something like that.
And then what'd you do after that?
I gotta rewind it now.
A little bit, like I said, but still sort of just shambling in the right direction while she was doing it. So it looked normal. It looked okay.
Okay, and then what did you do after you left the area?
I left to go to the local vape shop.
Oh yeah,
because I needed some more.
Never
vape
did
juice.
that. Never did that.
They weren't quite open yet, so I ended up going back home. Waited about an hour or so, and then went back and checked the vape shop again.
Yeah, he did do that.
It was open, so I got what I needed there, and came back.
Do you remember what?
You know what? I gotta admit, he's more clever than I thought. Because he did think of, like, he left his phone at home during all the crucial morning hours, all the times going back and forth, and then he left his phone because he didn't want it. He what he should have done was had his phone with him on the first time when he came back at 8:19. He should have still had it on him, and then said, "Oh God, I left it at home." That would have made more sense. But instead, it was because wouldn't he have looked for the phone that time? But then he leaves the phone at home again when he drives out to drop the bodies or the body off on Hickory Tree Road. And then he picks up the phone again later. But it's interesting how then when he gets home at like 10 16, he then grabs the phone and then he takes off before Jen even gets home. And then he heads up to the vape shop because he sort of wants that to be like, I mean, what killer would actually go to a vape shop? I mean, look, I'm doing my normal things. I'm driving around, going to vape shops and all kinds of stuff. What kind of a killer would do that? I mean, look at me. He's trying to sell it like he's just doing these normal things.
You came home?
And then he leaves it home again once he dumps her body. Yeah.
Right around 10, close to it. And then I waited here and went back to the vape shop. Probably finished at the vape shop and came back home again a little after 11.
Okay. You said the first time that you hung out with a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Was there when you got here at 10? Okay.
I think so. She might have been at her blood appointment. Let me double check. I know she had a blood appointment at some point during the day.
It's okay. We don't have to ask her right now.
Sorry, everything's a blur.
So she might have been here. She might have not have been here
I
the first time.
believe she was here because she was sleeping in.
Yeah, but Jen says in the documents, Ivan, that she was very, would watch. At the beginning, she was very, I can't remember the term, but was watching over Stephen Stearns at the beginning. But over a long period of time, she began to trust him and realized that he and Maddie got along really well, apparently. Yeah, vigilant. There you go. Yeah, they got along really well, right? And so I think that's exactly, he played the long game predator approach. That's what they all do. Got the mother to trust, all the while grooming the younger child to not say anything.
As much as she possibly could because she's been messed up with a new work schedule. So she had to be here because she didn't want to sleep in.
Okay.
I'll double check. But
and I know that doesn't sell, you guys.
And then what time did you say you left again
Jen.
to the smoke shop?
Maybe after an hour or so, maybe 11 or so.
Okay. And then what time did you get to the smoke shop?
It's maybe 2
close.
minutes away, so not long after that. Stopped in, got some juice, and
So he's
What's the
heading
name of the
out.
smoke shop?
East Monroe Line.
Okay.
It's just over off of John Young. It's not far from the school.
See, she's
And
still at her
then after the
doctor's
smoke shop,
appointment.
what did you do? Okay, for how long?
At least until maybe 12:30, 12:45-ish, something like that.
No. No, see, he's totally off on this stuff. Because, well, he's up there. He's saying 12:45. Let's see. So he gets home at... Remember? Yeah, so hold on. They're both home at 11:57 to 12:47. He leaves at 12:45. I don't know if that's what he just said. Let me slightly rewind it.
Till maybe 12:30.
Hold on. What's the question?
It's maybe 2 minutes away.
I've been here
I
the first time.
believe she was here because she was sleeping in as much as she
that's
possibly
not
could because
reality.
she's been messed up with a new work schedule. So she had to be here.
No, she didn't. She was at the doctor's appointment.
Okay.
I'll double check, but yeah, I believe she was here.
And then what time did you say you left again to the smoke shop?
Maybe after an hour or so, maybe 11 or so.
Okay. And then what time did you get to the smoke shop?
He does leave at that
2
time.
minutes away, so not long after that.
He leaves right at 11.
Stopped
Look.
in, got some juice, and
See? 11.
What's the name of the smoke shop?
He takes off, but she's not home.
Okay.
it's just over off of John Young. It's not far from the school.
And then after the smoke shop, what did you do? Okay, for how long?
At least until maybe 12:30.
That's correct.
12:45-ish.
So that was
something like
right what
that.
he said.
And then what'd you do after that?
I had a couple errands to run.
Hey, thanks, Aaron Elliott. Appreciate that. Boom! All right. Yeah, so he's telling, that is accurate right there. He said after he went to the vape shop the second time, he came back and he was at home. But that's when he and Jen, he said he was home for about an hour or so, right? Didn't he just say that? And then he left again at 12:45. That's true. But at that time, Madeline was in the trunk of his vehicle while he was pulling away. Jesus, this guy. I mean, just the way he's talking. Doesn't that freak you out that there's people like that out there? My God.
On 192. She.
Let me just rewind that a little bit.
Till 12:30.
Yeah, so look at 12:49.
45-ish, something like that.
And then he leaves at 12:49. He's already driving. That's the car.
And then what'd you do after that?
I had a couple errands to run over on 192.
192, yeah.
She was talking about making a BJ shopping list. She just wanted to make sure I was back in time for us to both go pick up. So I was visiting some card shops around the area on 192. I'm kind of a nerd, so we had a new trading card game release, and
he wasn't looking at anything.
Situation was with it.
Do you remember what places you visited?
Yeah, Coliseum of Comics. Stopped by a couple Targets, and I was going to go to House Rules Games down by Oak and 192. But I didn't make it that far. I got a flat tire on the way.
Do you remember where you got your flat tire?
It was on 192. I pulled into one of those plazas somewhere.
Yeah, he's saying.
It's been about 10 years since I switched out a tire, though, so I made a lot of rookie mistakes and ended up pinning my thumb between the frame and the jack.
Oh, yeah, wow,
lucky
dude,
it's
man,
not a lot worse than it could have been.
Man, you hurt your thumb, man.
Do you remember the name of the plaza by any chance? Do you remember like what stores were in this plaza?
It was like right before you got to Oak, though, so it was one of those little strips.
Okay. And then
but I did not make it back in time because of that. I thankfully had the spare. I put that on and tried to get back in time, but caught every red light on the way.
That's right. She left.
Pick up Maddie without me.
She left 10 minutes before. Yep. He said he was about 10 minutes late on that. That's exactly right. All right. So if you go back in time, so this is 2:44. Looks like. Well, Jennifer's already left the house. See how this is the home down here, so it's pinging up here. So if we go back a little bit, that's a very specific ping there. Let me go back up. Ding 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 ding. So I would say right around. So that's 2:39, 2:41. She's likely already leaving. There's that cell tower. Doesn't have that same. Look here, so she's inside of that ring, leaving at 2:41. Okay, and now the concentric rings are moving away, so that means she's moving. And then look where Stephen Stearns is, almost home at 12:43. So she left at 12:41, and then he makes it. So 6 minutes later, he makes it to the house, and she's already 6 minutes away. And so he said 10 minutes, that's pretty good, accurate. But, I mean, so it's easy to have truthful stuff in a story. And those are the best lies, lies that weave in the truth. But they already know some of the stuff is just total garbage.
So I called her and let her know what happened. Apologized profusely because I promised I'd be there with her to go pick her up. Just sat and waited. After that, she had already gone to get her, so I just sat and waited and hung out, straightened up the house a little bit. That was it. Then we got the call.
What do you mean you got the call?
Got the call to her that had not come out. So we started getting worried. Started making calls to her family, be on the lookout.
That'd be a good title for a video. Ivan, say, the most active non-morning person on the planet.
That's just when everything sort of started going downhill.
That one was it?
Did you check on the map the southbound? The Greenville? I'm not sure where Greenville is. I noticed, I'm sorry, that and she forgot her phone, right? Is it normal for her to not have her phone?
Unfortunately, she's severely ADHD, as am I.
We all are.
So it is not uncommon at all, and in fact, very, very usual thing for her to forget things. She'd forget her head if it wasn't screwed on. More forgetful about,
She'd forget her head if it wasn't screwed on right. You know what I'm saying? It's,
we'll remind her.
God, this guy, he's a kook, huh?
And then it will leave our mind, and she'll say okay, and then it will leave her mind.
And is she on medication for this stuff?
Normally, yes. She's been staying with her grandparents a lot this week while her mom was working. So she has not been getting her meds a whole lot.
Okay.
So she was really spacing.
Where's mom working at? What changed in her hours that she needs all this space?
She's training, so it's not a set schedule yet.
Okay.
It's just early this day, late closing training this
So
day.
different hours. Yeah, no, that takes a toll.
So I came up here. She needed help. I split my time between the two places. I needed a visit. We all needed to be a little happier together. So.
This is a great thing. Sure, like me. Just tell me.
That was a
where's the
maniacal
McDonald's?
laugh,
Right.
Nana.
So that doesn't make sense. Great.
Wow, we're already at 3 hours? Holy crap.
Because the school's up here?
Am I messing up the streets again?
Yeah, town loop. This one's town center, but town loop.
We're just trying to figure out your direction of travel, right?
I'm so sorry. I'm so bad with that area over there. Hunters Creek.
You said you made a U-turn
Wow, you've been there a million
at the
times,
church
right?
to go see if she wanted McDonald's again, correct?
Yes.
Did you go anywhere else? Because I know you said you had time to kill.
Yeah.
Did you guys go anywhere else?
No, we didn't go anywhere else.
Is there a reason why you would be back on John Young Parkway?
When we tried to go back to McDonald's a second time, we would have made a left over there instead and just looped around again.
What do you mean?
Just made a circle.
Probably like
made a
that.
circle. How? Can you show me on the map?
So
this is the
going back
McDonald's right
down
here,
to
right?
McDonald's.
And then town.
That's the McDonald's right there.
Correct. So going back down and then just straight shot back down.
You would come down this way?
I can't read the map. I'm so sorry.
Yep, I'll go.
Where's the McDonald's?
McDonald's is right here. This is town loop. So this is John Young Parkway.
John
You guys
Young,
are coming
okay,
up John
this is the
Young.
McDonald's.
And the school's on this corner.
Correct. Somewhere over here.
Mm-hmm.
So we come back out here, there, and we can take a straight shot back down to the school again there. They connect. Town Loop and Town Center connect.
Right.
So it's
So where did you make the U-turn?
the U-turn was on the street when we were going to go back to McDonald's.
You
And
said
we
it,
drove
no, you
down to
said it was
McDonald's
a church
here.
a minute ago.
Right. So just so I don't get confused,
You said it was
you're
a
going
church.
up John Young Parkway, right? You're going northbound,
Originally.
Yes.
right? You make a left
Make a
at the
left
McDonald's.
here, go towards the school.
Yeah.
Okay. How far did you get before you made the U-turn? So
We got. Is this the school right here?
yep, that's town loop.
So we got up to here and then made a U-turn over here. Past the median.
Yeah, but
Okay.
that you said that you went to you turned around to the church earlier.
And back to McDonald's.
On Lincoln town loop.
Still time to kill. She still didn't want the McDonald's, but I did give her a raspberry and cheese Danish.
So did you go through the drive-thru? Did you go
No.
inside?
How specific could you possibly get? Oh yeah, I gave her a raspberry and cheese Danish. Well, I wonder if if he did, well, he didn't. So, I mean, the thing is, on the autopsy, did they find a raspberry and cheese Danish? Did he give her one at like 4 a.m. or something?
Go inside.
Where did you get the Danish from?
Oh, the Antonins that I brought from home. I gave her a couple of those from ago.
Okay.
So she wasn't without food totally. So we just continued past it again and turned around and said, screw it, just drop you off early.
Okay, so you came back around to the McDonald's.
And then right onto the school.
What's pss? Is that back on John Young Parkway?
Yeah,
or?
back on the John Young Parkway. It comes down here,
Mhm.
and then here's Town Center again.
So then you took town center. The second time around?
Yes.
Yeah,
and
so
then
he's saying he made that loop
commuted
like
right
that.
down to the school.
Do you
Okay.
remember what time you dropped her off?
I estimated it to be sometime between 8:20, 8:40.
Are you
Out of your mind?
on your phone? Do you have Google Maps?
8:20 or 8:40, man. So, what's crazy? At 8:19, he's back at the apartment, and he stays there for like 6 minutes at the apartment. Then he leaves out the back gate at 8:31. So I don't even know if there's time to get here at 8:40. I mean, you have to like not hit any lights, and you get right there at 8:40. And but it couldn't have been 8:20 because he said 8:20 to 8:40. But 8:20, he's at the apartment.
I do, but I wasn't mapsing it.
Mapsing. I'm so
When
hip,
you're
everybody.
giving her rides, does she sit in the front or the back?
Oh yeah,
sits in
tuck and
front.
roll, everybody.
Do you mind if I look at your maps real quick?
Yes.
86, that tuck and roll and mapsing.
Thanks.
And just to confirm, also, you said, so the second time around, you said you went up Jongyang Parkway, you went through Town Center this time, made a right on Town Loop, and then you said you
And
dropped
it
her
was right here in this stretch here.
around this area. Okay. Which was before the underpass.
Correct. Before the underpass, just
Right
before
on
the
town.
church.
Wow.
The church was ahead on the left. The underpass was just beyond that. The school was just on the other side of the underpass.
This guy doesn't seem to say
Okay,
the right.
on the left-hand side.
Maybe a block away.
Okay. And you said that that's typical of her to walk that distance?
Yeah, she likes the morning walks when it's cool. She doesn't like being seen getting out of certain cars. Being a middle schooler, it's an image thing. And she will sometimes like to hang out and wait for her friends. She's known to do that.
Okay.
Do you mind if I just take a picture of your history?
Yeah, that's fine.
And that time would have been, you said around
8:20ish, 8:30, sometime between 8:20 and 8:40.
What time does she go into class?
Thanks, Alexander. for
She
the,
has to be there no later than
PayPal.
9:15. Doors open at 8.
Okay.
Doors open at 9, I think. And
And-
then school officially starts around 9:20 or 9:28, I think.
Okay.
So that up.
And when you dropped her off, is that earlier than typical, later than typical, around the same
Earlier
time?
than typical.
Really?
We had made really good time that morning.
Thanks, Farrell.
With
AFA.
the subtraction of McDonald's, we had more time than usual.
Okay.
And she said it was okay. She was very confident, convincing that it would be fine.
And you saw what direction she walked to after you dropped her off?
Yeah, it looked like she was moving towards the direction of the school like she was supposed to.
Was she still on the right side of the road, or did she
She
cross
was
over?
when I left her, yeah. She was still on the right side.
What
Right
kind of phone
here.
is this?
S23 Ultra, I think.
I don't know how to work this thing.
So I barely know how to work it myself.
I'm an iPhone person.
No,
Is it okay if I go in your settings real quick?
I do have the same response he does when somebody says they're an iPhone person. I go, oh, really? Jeez. What do you mean, Gray? They're the best. I think. Oh, well, apparently they are the best phone. Okay, but I use Androids.
want to see if you're logged on to your Google.
I am not logged on to my Google with that, actually.
Is it okay if I check?
Yeah.
Does she have any other devices besides that phone? Any other electronics?
She had her school laptop with her.
Is that still supposed to be with her?
Still supposed
It's interesting how he wanted to make sure that. Well, he did say, added that in there, even though he knows that he already threw it in the garbage can, like way earlier
to be with her, yes.
in the trash compactor.
And what kind of book bag was she carrying?
Black book bag with like grayish blue hibiscus flowers on it, like a print.
When she leaves in the mornings, where does she usually put her phone?
Either in her backpack or like her back pocket, kind of wherever she just thinks to put it at the time.
Hold on, I don't know how to use this phone. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
I don't know, you've probably been asked already, but she's never ran away or been away for longer than a certain period of time, amount of time, nothing like that.
No, she's very dependent on this. I don't think she'd know what to do if she did run away. She's not the type. She's a good kid.
Well, most people run away with somewhat of a plan, you know. He always says that all the time. She's a good
Besides
kid.
the ADHD issue diagnosis.
She's a good kid. She's really happy. Really
Yeah,
good kid.
she was tested a while back and had some symptoms of autism, so she's potentially on the spectrum there.
Okay.
She was officially diagnosed with it when she was younger, and she was retested and said, well, she shows symptoms of being on the spectrum, but maybe not full-on autistic.
Aren't we all on the spectrum a little bit, you know? It's just what level. Like, I think Ivan's a little bit on the
Is this
the
what
spectrum,
you use to go places?
Yes.
Sometimes he gets into that accent, you know? Hey, look at that. Alex gifted 5 memberships.
Go places,
Bratty little me.
search addresses,
Jen took it off.
look at store hours.
What'd she take off? Monica Lynn, Tashi,
Right reviews.
and Art Star. Yeah, I've had YouTubers accuse me, or not accuse me, but say that
Pretty
I
new
was
phone, though.
autistic. And I'm like, well, then why do you make fun of me? Aren't you making fun of a protected class, you bastards? I might have to start using that one. Yeah, thanks very much, Alex. That was very kind of you. Thank you.
Have we had any updates?
We literally have like 50 people right now on scene looking. I don't know if there's any updates. The best person would be the other detective because he's the one
Start
that is in
suing
charge
them.
of all this.
What the heck? Hey, freak. It's hard to explain freaks. Like, it felt kind of weird, but the other night when I was on Court TV, I had we were doing the Madeline Soto case, and I had the heart with the word freaks in it. And one of their producers said, what does that mean? Is that like, is that like sexual, like freaks or something? I go, no, that's just what we call ourselves. The freaks, crime freaks. She was joking. She knew what it was. But she goes, hey, the rest of our control room's laughing over here because it says freak on it,
I don't think I've eaten anything since yesterday.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys are weird.
When did you come back to help? Pardon?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Like, because you live down south, right? When did you come back up north
Well, that
to
was
help him?
earlier. Somebody.
I just got here this weekend.
Do you remember what day it was?
Sunday was her birthday party, so yeah, it was the evening after her birthday party.
Yeah, did anybody hear my story that I
Okay.
just told?
Do you remember what time you got here on Sunday?
8:30ish maybe.
Okay.
It's almost like I was on
Just in time to make sure that she was doing all her nighttime routines. I'm waiting for her mom to get home.
You live in North Pole, right?
Yeah, I split my time between the two.
Is that on
places.
Snug Street?
Snug Street?
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. You have a lot of Snug Street on here.
Yeah, I split
That's
my time
right,
between
bratty
the
little
two.
me.
Is that Broward County or?
Sarasota County, I
Sarasota,
believe,
okay.
or Charlotte County, either way.
Gotcha.
It's my parents' house.
Did
Maybe
they bring up the part about, well, you turned around, at 8:10 you're going this direction. Have they done that part yet? Because that's when he was like, oh, shit. Oh, yeah, I went to get my clicker. I might have been reading comments and missed it. Okay.
these days, and they got
Because
a
I've
house
heard it like 3 times today.
full of poodles. And
They're
It's
waiting
chaos.
to drop that
That's why I
bomb
needed
on
to come
him. I
back
think.
up here and just get away from that. Between two deaf old people yelling at each other and poodles yapping all the time, it's you
Or
have to
listening to
drive
you.
anyone up a wall.
Yeah, it'd be similar to listening to you all day, Stephen.
Just very happy to be back here.
Happy to be back.
Did you and your wife, when you guys were looking for where did you guys look?
You notice so she says, did you and your wife look? He didn't correct her or anything. He wants that to be, the words.
Me and
And
her
the news
stayed
said
local.
that.
It was all the rest of the family that mobilized and was beating the bushes. And
Did you guys drive together or separate?
I don't think we drove anywhere when we were looking.
You didn't drive anywhere?
Not that I recall.
Did you guys go anywhere last night? Was that media?
Maybe. I think Fox 35 or something. Was
Yeah.
If it is, let me tell him to use it.
Okay.
I don't recall. You have to ask her if we went anywhere. I don't recall. I was so zonked out on Ativan at that point.
Ativan,
I said it was a wreck. I don't think.
And this would have been when?
What is a clicker
I
wire?
don't recall us going anywhere
Not
last
sure,
night,
Jim.
but honestly, at that point my brain was mush and I was on so many tranquilizers to keep me stable. It's just,
You said Ativan?
yeah.
Do you usually take that, or
Yeah, I have a prescription. I haven't needed it in a long time, though. But
what's that for?
I think he takes one right in
anxiety.
front of their
Okay.
face.
I was having these rolling panic
I'm gonna
attacks
pop
and breaking
one
down
here.
crying, and I just,
It got lost, sorry.
thank you. Here you go. And it was the only way I could get to sleep last night. And then again this afternoon. That's why I missed your calls. I'm sorry.
Missed your calls. I've been crying all day.
It's the only time when I'm not crying.
Oh, yeah. All day long. It's just... Well, what are you crying about? She's just gone missing, like, today. Maybe she's walking down the street somewhere.
It's okay if I just pop down real quick.
I just popped down. I cue up my tears again. I gotta... I've been crying all day. But I just realized I haven't cried with you guys in a while, so... Here I go!
So we're trying to get just a good idea, times, all that stuff.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I'm giving my best recollections. I'm not a morning person as it is.
How many times did you
So
use that
all the
excuse
times
during
are
this thing?
Best guess.
But we know that you go up Jongyang Parkway, down. That's the road you usually take
Yeah.
to take her, and then you make a left at that McDonald's, right, which is the town loop.
Here we go, here we
You can
go,
make a
here we go.
left to get
Listen to
there
this.
either at the McDonald's or at Town Center itself. They both lead to the school.
So if you leave her at, just so you get a sense of direction, Jongyang Parkway goes northbound and southbound. So you're going northbound into Orange County, making a left at the McDonald's, which is the town loop. You said when you did drop her off at that medium, you said it was around 8:20 to 8:30ish, somewhere around that time.
Somewhere in there, yeah. It was early, but not like outrageously early. You
So
know?
watch this.
So what would you estimate when you made a left at that McDonald's to be?
Oh, he's going to nail him here. This is great. 8:15, maybe?
After I dropped her off?
No, it would be before.
No, I'm saying when you dropped her off.
Oh, first left by that McDonald's.
Yeah, when you first go, that first left that
Yeah.
you make at the McDonald's.
Right here. How long did it take you?
It had to have been around maybe
8:15, right?
8, maybe quarter after 8.
That
sometime
would
there.
make sense.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Sometime between 8 and a quarter after, I think.
right. Uh-huh.
All right. So just so it's, you can kind of picture it here on the map. So you're going northbound. You make a left here
Right there.
around like 8:10, 8:15.
Yeah.
Let's say 8:15, around there.
Drop her off at 8:20.
When you get over here, you make a U-turn. You go back to the McDonald's. But you said that she still doesn't want the
Still
McDonald's.
that doesn't work
She was
now.
just going to eat the danishes that I had given her.
But now
So you're going up here now, still northbound on Jongyang Parkway.
I think here.
You make a left at
Yeah.
Town Center this
There you
time,
go.
Town center, then
Goes
make
to
a
the
right,
right.
onto, yes.
Uh-huh.
and then you
School
drop
road.
her off
And
around
then
like
dropped her off around halfway up the road there.
So keep in mind, all of this is still northbound,
Okay.
right? You're still northbound on Jongyang Parkway.
Yeah.
So why is your car seen going southbound at 8:10?
Right there. Oops. How did that happen?
I'll show you what location
Wow.
it
How
is.
did you magically from 8:15 you're turning here and doing all these loops?
McDonald's is over
But
here.
now you're here at 8:10
At
going
8:10.
southbound.
Your car is seen going southbound at this intersection. So meaning going
Now
toward.
he's like, oh shit, they got
Kissimmee.
me. They got me.
hmm
This is great. This is
I
awesome.
had forgotten something.
Oh, I
had
forgot.
forgotten my gate clicker.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
God.
I forgot. I had gone back to
That's
the
right,
house
that's
real
true.
quick
That's right.
after we
Yeah.
left.
I went and got my
'Cause I forgot
clicker.
my gate clicker. I actually had to go through the front gate and use my
Right. So he goes
Parking
all the way
pass,
back here
to
through
grab
the
my
front
clicker.
gate. 8:19. Leaves at
So it was the wrong time.
8:31 out the
I'm
back.
sorry.
over
Like I
here.
said, I was guesstimating these times. I'm not a morning person.
Okay.
So yes,
So now it's
We've
all
gone
messed
out.
up now.
How far did you get before you came back down? When you realized you forgot your clicker?
nearly all the way to the school.
That he could have done that. He could have gone all
And
the
then
way
we
up to
turned
here,
around. We
turned
had plenty of
around.
time to kill, so
I mean, now he's making it
there was
work.
time to go back.
there. That timing there.
I rushed back, got the clicker,
Uh-huh.
and
Um,
that's when I came back here this
So
way.
you guys came back here to get your clicker.
Correct.
So when we look at the cameras in the front, it's
Listen to
going to
this.
show you coming back in
Correct.
here
It
with
was-
her in the
yes,
car.
with her in the passenger seat.
Okay.
Yes.
Isn't that crazy? God, can you
I know it sounds
believe
like we're asking you stupid questions, okay? We
that?
just
No,
want to
it's okay.
verify.
No, they just
I'm
they absolutely nailed him. That was amazing. They weren't stupid questions at all. Where is the? Is it this one? Yeah. So right here, it says. At 8:19 hours, I observed a male wearing red shirt enter the complex through the front gate near North Hoagland Boulevard in the silver Lincoln, with someone in the front passenger seat wearing a green sweater and once again slumped over. So she just asked, so we'll see? Right, so at 8:19, but then he goes to the apartment, obviously, at that point. And that's the time where apparently he goes in, does something with the leash, probably even tells her, hey, I'm going to take her to McDonald's or whatever, and then goes out, and then he actually goes out this way, like this, out the back entrance at 8:31, and then he maybe drives up like this, and then makes his way, and he's back right here at 8:41 heading north. So when does he then take her to the school then?
Sorry, I'm not being more help. I'm not a morning person. I was half asleep as it was.
He doesn't after that. That's the crazy
Fine.
part. So here's the thing. Here's the thing, everybody. He is absolutely toast because he admits that he didn't take her to school that time. Now, oh yeah, it was the wrong time. And he goes home, but all the cameras show him after that heading up this direction, and like that isn't even on. So this is the map that we were doing earlier. 8:48 there, and he just drives way up there and eventually dumps her body up here. He doesn't go anywhere near the McDonald's. He drives past the McDonald's, but he doesn't go over here anymore where he goes near the church or anything. He just goes straight up the highway. You see? So he doesn't even...
Clickers
he
to
doesn't
get
have an out.
to get where?
into our neighborhood.
Okay, and you forgot the clicker where?
I had forgotten the clicker here.
So how did you get in?
I was able to use my parking sticker for them to scan to let me through.
Okay, so could you not have done that after you dropped her off?
I could have, but I also
didn't
like
you?
to come back in from the back gate. A lot.
So you like to come in from the... See, look how stupid that is. Yeah, a great question, though. You know, we thought of that as soon as he said that. When we listened to it the first time is, well, why didn't you just get the clicker when you were going home your final time, since you have to go to your house anyways to get the clicker? And he goes, well, because when I come home, I like to go through the back gate. What does that even mean at that point? It's so stupid. You're going to get home anyways, right? So you had to get home to get the clicker. So you didn't need to go all the way home to get the clicker so that later you could come through the back gate, because you didn't even have to hide her anymore because she's in the trunk of your vehicle. Man, it makes 0 sense, as usual.
A lot of the times, and I didn't know if I would be back right away. And sometimes they're busy up front, so it's better not to wait in the line.
What time is security usually there at the front gate?
No.
No,
he didn't, though, because he left at 8:31 through the back gate, so he wasn't explaining that. He didn't come home through the back gate. Well, actually, we don't know what gate he came in because they didn't show us that part. When he came home at around 10:16, we don't know which gate he went through. But he could have gone through the back gate. But at that point, he has her in the trunk of his vehicle when he went back to the apartment and he sat here. Just think how crazy it is. He's sitting here parked in one of these stalls here with their body in the trunk of the vehicle, and he's inside the house at some point talking to Jennifer for an hour. And then while Jennifer's still sitting there, he takes off and he drives away and actually goes and gets to the flat tire, and then he dumps Madeline's body. And then before he could get home, she takes off to go pick up Madeline, who at school, who's not there now because he had already just dumped her body in some brush, bamboo trees next to old Hickory Tree Road. And so she goes all the way up to the school and waits and sits around, and then eventually, waits and tries a whole bunch of different things, goes to the office. I have no doubt that she has nothing to do with the actual death of her, the homicide itself. He did it. She has no knowledge of it, nothing. You could try to sell that to somebody else, but that doesn't exist in this case.
When I came through, he scanned my ticket.
So he actually ran into
So
the
would it have
guard.
not just made more sense to drop her off and come back since security's already there?
I don't know if it made more sense. It's just...
Let me hear that part again.
I could have, but I also like to come back in from the back gate a lot of the times, and I didn't know if I would be back right away.
But you came through the front gate at
And sometimes they're busy up front,
19.
so it's better not to wait in the line.
What time is security usually there at the front gate?
They were there
when you showed
when
up at
I came
8:19.
through. He scanned my ticket.
Yeah, at 8:19.
So would it have not just made more sense to drop her off and come back since security's already there?
I don't know if it made more
It
sense.
does.
It's just
It does make more sense.
what I did.
It does.
Okay.
You could have just dropped her off, then came home and never had to worry about getting the clicker, so that later you could come back and go through the. It's the dumbest excuse I've ever heard.
Here you go. Oh, thank you.
Hey, thanks.
Anything
Crime
else that we
Pie.
haven't asked you feels important? Maybe that might help us out.
I'm sorry. I'm having trouble recollecting everything.
I'm gonna step away for a second.
They should have asked, so what was Maddie doing
Anything
during,
that you remember, maybe she might
doing
have told
during
you.
this time?
She didn't mention anything in particular.
I mean, Maddie's just...
I made a joke about her Crocs. She wears Crocs and socks.
So Maddie's asleep from 7:50 till 8:48, driving around and just going through gates and all kinds. I mean, give me a break.
So we were joking about that.
Would she say she's usually like a happy,
Very
go-lucky girl?
Very
or-
happy. She brings a lot of joy.
There's
She's
a
a very good girl.
Brings a lot of joy. Let me ask you, who
Definitely
talks
doesn't feel
like
the same
that,
around
by
here
the
if
way?
she's not.
Is there anybody out there, like a male adult, that would ever say, oh yeah, she brings a lot of joy? I mean, that just, I don't know, it just seems so strange, almost like you're planning on saying something. Well, I got to talk about the joy, I got to talk about how happy she always is, and the joy, and it's such a loving, happy, the greatest, happiest, lovingest, joyful family in the history of mankind.
Here.
I've
She
never
was so
heard of
happy
laugh
too.
before. I pretended
She's
to
looking
laugh
forward
like
to my
he
visit
might.
here. She was looking forward to us all being together. She was just happy. She was just very happy.
Just so happy, so joyful. I mean, you know, there's no way I could be a suspect at all because she's so joyful and so happy. There's no way that I could have ever done anything to her because look how joyful and happy she is, everybody. Look the other way. She was so happy and joyful. I didn't do a damn thing. Look at that. She's so happy. Yeah. That's what he's trying to do.
And it's just, is she the only child or does she have siblings?
She is the only child, yes.
Do you have any kids with anyone else? Or
No.
So she's kind of...
is what we call me.
So you'd say you guys have a pretty good relationship?
Yeah. Definitely a very strong bond.
Just dating.
But, you know, I'm the person she goes to when her mom gets in a fight with her and she needs someone to comfort her. And like I'm that person for her, you know.
Oh, I bet, Stefan, I bet.
How's her relationship with mom?
Good most of the time. You know, puberty not long ago, so she's getting the PMS mood swings, and when her mom gets them too, you know, they butt heads, and so as well as you can expect.
There you go, the PMS mood swings. Maybe she said, "Hey, I know what you've been doing to me, Stefan, all these years, you bastard. I'm going to tell my mom tomorrow." And that was his cue.
But otherwise, very loving. Very loving. You know, this girl knows nothing but love here in this house. She hardly ever hears a word no.
Nothing but love in this house. Man, it's almost like you'd almost want to hear harps playing and just sort of, you know, there's these people sprinkling petals on them as they walk in the door. It's amazing.
Double-edged sword, that is.
How is she in school?
So-so. She's so-so in school.
Like grade-wise?
She's doing a lot better, though. Apparently, she just made Student of the Week.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Truth Loose, you have to share all my videos because YouTube,
she's sounding just amazing.
Facebook has me on some weird thing where I posted and somebody removed it, so now they're saying that I got to wait 6 days or something.
Same for me last night. I immediately wanted to show her the movie Sister Act because the choir scene was so pretty. It reminded me. Told her I was very proud of her.
I don't know why, Ginger. I have no idea.
Does she have does she like video games, anything like that?
She does like video games, yeah. She plays Roblox, Minecraft. I think those are the two big ones that I know of.
Okay. You don't know if her to like ever have any friends on there that she talks to, anything
she
like that?
She does group chats. She does like voice chatting too on it, usually with like her cousins or her friends, and they'll all be playing Roblox or something, and, you know, yelling at each other on the phone.
When's the last time you all lived together?
December.
Okay.
December.
And you said the reason was for your parents down there?
Yeah, going down to help them because they're getting on in age and they're making their end of life plans and they need someone to help out.
Can you unlock this one more time, please?
Sure.
I have a question.
Yes.
Sorry, are you guys done?
No, we're good.
The other detective mentioned that you did not have your phone yesterday?
Correct.
Tell me about that.
I left my phone at home in the morning too. I was so busy riding her to get us out the door on time that I left my phone. She left her phone.
Okay. What are the odds that he left his phone at home and the clicker and let's see, what was the other thing? And he factory reset the phone that he left at home. Wow, what a miracle. So there's virtually no way to track you at all during those hours.
Left our phones.
Did you have your phone when you went to the smoke shop?
Not the first time after I dropped her off. I was still without
it. The chances are between slim and none, and Slim has just left town.
I got my phone and went back to the smoke shop. Later when I got home.
And then I also noticed, I was checking your call history. I noticed that you don't have anything before this morning. Is that unusual on your phone?
No, it's a new phone. stupid. I went to do an update yesterday morning.
Oh, poor. Listen to this,
and
everybody.
I don't know what the fuck.
I don't know what the
I don't know what the heck I did, but somehow during the massive OS update, I managed to factory reset my phone and lose all of my contacts, all my information.
Mm-hmm. What time was that? Do you remember?
What a miracle.
Oh,
So, sir, you left your phone at home and you factory reset it? Right when you were driving to school? Wow. How did that happen?
Time while I was hanging out with her, I looked at her and said, what did I just do?
Okay.
She might know better. I don't know what time it was. It was when I was here with...
Okay. I don't think I have any other questions.
Look at it. I think they arrest him right here, right? I mean, because they're like locking everything down. Oh, do you mind if I keep your phone? When can I have it back? Well, whenever, sometime. Okay, and can you leave your car there too? And, I was going to move it. Don't touch your car. Do not get in that sucker, all right?
I don't know where my head was yesterday. It was so far up my backside.
It's okay, we understand. In the meantime, while we're waiting for all this to get sorted out, I am going to hold on to your phone, okay? I'll give it back to you when we're done.
When we're done. That's so beautiful.
Okay.
Perfect set.
Do you have any questions for us?
When we're done. Well, when?
How long are you going to need my phone?
I'm not sure. I'm waiting for my supervisor to call me.
My dad. It's just my dad's using that to get a hold of me and get updates.
They can call Jen's phone.
Okay.
I mean, she was so quick. Easily had answers to reply to everything.
Did the other detective give you his business card?
I believe so.
Okay, well, here's mine, in case you want it for any reason.
Okay.
Okay? Do you swear that
Would you like
everything
to
you
go
told
get a
us is
drink
true?
tonight?
Yes.
Or-
Okay, thank you so much. Thanks for your time.
So this is the thing. Do you swear everything is true? I mean, come on. I mean, is that the same type of sworn statements? That doesn't count. It doesn't mean anything. And,
We appreciate it. I know it's a little hectic right now. And then I know you were about to head somewhere. If you can just hang tight and refrain from going back in your car, please.
Oh, yeah, it's fine. I was actually going to move it over a spot.
No, just leave it here. It's fine.
That's not great. We're going to go somewhere. Yeah, he must have been arrested right here. Like, this is it, right?
Thank you.
I don't know, though, because they took his car away for impound and they had him go to a hotel, but then he was driving her car. So he might have been able to go after this. But anyways, that's it. Isn't that crazy, you guys? Woo! Yeah. So I think I'm gonna do two video. Like the video will be that longer thing that I was working on earlier, and then I'll do a video just playing that audio and going through it on the map and explaining it. Because I think once you see it that way, it's like it's so clear and obvious, right? No, the Chris Watts case was a joke. Okay. It got solved in 2 minutes. They didn't need to be on the case. He confessed in 5 seconds. The Chris Watts case is one of those ones that too many people watched for so long, and it was ridiculous because it was already done. It was like he went in and confessed 2 days in, and everybody kept talking about it for years. They're still doing videos on it today. I mean, I bring him up now every once in a while as a comparison to see when you look at Chris Watts when he went into his neighbor's house to look at the surveillance footage. I mean, if you ever want to see what a guilty person looks like, that's what you want to look at right there. I mean, it was unbelievable. And, just sometimes it's applicable, some little comments. But, man, those people just milked the living crap out of that case. And, this one's still moving along, It's got, he's not admitting anything. You've got a case coming up soon, and documents keep coming out. So, I mean, there are some overlap like that, but, he didn't confess to anything. Stearns hasn't said anything. And the commercial that came on that guy's TV, I didn't see it. What did it say? Yeah. I mean, we covered the Watts case until he confessed, and then a couple times, like a couple letters they wrote or whatever, and then after that, I was like, forget it. You know, got to move on to cases that could, you know, matter. Like, I don't know, we've covered a few different ones last week or so, so gotta get back on some of those too. But I think when I make videos, it'll be on the bigger cases most of the time. Stern said everything before. I don't know what that means. Yeah. I think he might actually. I don't know. I don't think Stearns would want to go to trial on this one. It's so obvious. It's just not even. It's like, Stearns, right there, you're moving her body into the trunk. You see your picture right there? And Stearns, somebody saw your car pulled over on the side of the road, and they actually found her body right next to where your car was pulled over. We see the pictures on your phone, 1,700 photographs and pictures. It's just right there, Stephen Stearns. And she was strangled. So you're the one that did it. Good night. All right, anyways, I'm going to take off, you guys. Hope you guys liked the show tonight. Long one, 3 hours and 40-something minutes. Didn't mean it to be that long. Yeah. So anyways, it was Raw Time Now, Maggie M, Jeannie, Cardioid, Brittany, Holly, 17 months, Jessica Bly, Sirius Black, 5 months, then WNC Granny, Wendy Van Rokel, Allie K, Claudia Neubauer, 54 months as a freak. I mean, what is that? That's 4.5 years. That's crazy. And then Claudia Neubauer, and then Zozo, 52 months. Spud Smith, K-Me, Raw Time Now, Spud Smith, new member. Rachel Townsend, 28 months. Then Allie Cake, Esther M, WNC Granny, gifted a membership. Holly G, Cheryl Bullock, Zozo. When did he change? Did he return for the... So I think what we'll do is we'll find out. Maybe we can figure out when he changed the shirt, but I think it's probably... I don't think we're going to be able to find out, actually, exactly when, but it's sometime in between when he left the apartment at 11 or so and when he left the apartment another time at 12:45. After he went to the vape shop, he came back, and then at 12:45 he left, because that's when his shirt changed from red to black. Hey, look at that. Feral AFA gifted the memberships to Keep Grinding Up. The Michelle H, ASB412, Kelsey, Kacha T, Holly G, Plato, Raw Time Now, Sandy Shirley, Annabella Roma, Snatch Shirl, Kacha T, Jim Lon, E.G. Moore, then Raw Time Now, Kacha T, Judy Grandstand. Should I do a flyby today, you guys? Kacha T, Heather N, Kacha T, Dane Crawford, Navy Swimmer, Shelley Woo Woo, Jim Lon, Plato, not Play-Doh, but Plato, Charlie, a new member, Heather N, Kacha T, Paulette Leonard, then Kacha T, SD, Heather N, then Bell S, 22 months, Lisa Valenzuela, Jim Lon, Real Time Now, Jessica Schubach, Michelle H, Raw Time Now, Annabella Roma, then I gifted 5 memberships, then Aaron Elliott, Feral AFA, then Alex gifted 5 memberships, Jim Lon, and Feral AFA gifted a membership. All right. Well, thanks, everybody. We made the goal. Made up a little bit from last night, too. So that's cool. So that's it, you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I think. What's going on tomorrow? What's happening? What is that? I don't know. But anyways, thanks everybody for being here. We'll see you tomorrow. And as I always say, until next time, Be safe out there. And if you want like real true crime where you're figuring stuff out, this is where you go, right here. If you want to listen to somebody rambling on, telling you what you want to hear, and just acting on the chat and just like, yeah, this isn't that place, all right? So thanks, everybody. See you later. Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole time, I have not seen one person that is a crime dissector, thug rejector. I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector is my nectar. Professor Grader's gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a protector. Fool deflector, interceptor, and I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector on his pector. With all respect, just remember I've a temple fucking conjecture. I have no agenda. I'm no pretender. I'll send it to your screen without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender. Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work.
Hey, Gray, where's the flyby, Gray? Yay!
It's coming up. It's coming up. Not this one. I don't like that one. Let's see. Where's the other one? I like the one, Paul Bunyan's toilet. Is that this one? Oh, no, it's right. It actually says Paul Bunyan's toilet on it. There we go.
Hey, Gray, I like Paul Bunyan's toilet, too. There it is, Gray, look! It's Paul Bunyan's toilet!
No problem, Mary Lou.
All right, yay! Oh, Jesus. Hey, Gray, that was cool. That was bitchin'.
Hey, well, I'm glad you liked that, Mary Lou. All right. Cool. Well, that's it, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for being here. A 4-hour show. Thanks for helping reach the goal tonight and kicking some ass. And now I think I got the edits in there to do the video tomorrow. All right. Sometime tomorrow. Maybe I'll put it out on Monday or something. I don't know. I wanted to do it, but now I'm up too late. Maybe I'll try to record it right after this. So, anyways, see you guys later. Thank you very much. And as I always say, until next time, be safe out there.
Good night, everybody. Jay.
Good night, Mary Lou.
Good night, Gray.
All right, see you later.